Whole team shining, we stars, big dipping. Get a lot of haystack gang in the sip. Niggas ain't real, nigga. Nope. You gotta feel me, nigga. Yep. Smile in my face behind my back, you tryna kill me, nigga. Damn. You say you got beef, then what you wanna do? What? You screaming, fuck me, nah, nigga, fuck you. Bitch. You ain't hard at me. Nope. Couple kick dough, couple robberies. Nigga get extorted, get aborted, he don't pay the fee. Posted in the north, got the 2 to 4 recipe. I be cooking chicken, bitch, not talking rotisserie. I got all my hater mad, I know that they sick of me. Who the fuck he think he is, motherfucker MP3? I honestly pay him no attention. They up under me. Haters call me Visa cause I'm everywhere they wanna be. Ladies, man, catch me with more honeys than a bumblebee. Say she got a husband, but she always wanna suck the D. State gang, true sipper, who these niggas wanna be. I been getting money since a younger. I been pushing peace, stay strapped. Gotta watch your back when you're in the streets. Friends turn to foes, never know who your enemy. I was in Detroit, he ain't keep the same energy. West side down the slide, I don't think he feeling me. I was on some demon time, nigga talking about killing me. They no business, let's see all that shit that you gon' do to me. Come outside, why you scared? I thought that you been a G. We don't bluff, we pulling up, we different down in Tennessee. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. I got an old school bitch, call her Aretha. Shawty so fine, shawty she a keeper. Smoke that reefer, preferred by the quarter. I do this for my kids, my sons and my daughter. Get treated like a king. Hoes call me sire. One look like Lotto, the other look like Maya. My plug, he ain't playing, he only talking them numbers. I copy, whip it and ship it. My money coming in bundles. Different flavors of kush, orange, grape, and apple. If a nigga trap me, it's gonna be a disaster. Dope money and bitches, pimp robbers and snitches. It's all in my hood, my homies say that I'm gifted, I really can't complain. Shit starting to change, a product of my environment. Tell me who can I blame? Neck like a glacier, bought my shawty a bracelet. Money go get her, that's why these niggas be hating. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Bad piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 clock. If it really fitted, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Whole team shining, we stars, big dipper. Get a lot of haystack gang in the sip. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Bizkit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the thick bit. Oh shit, get nobody come to see you old, it's a focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloading. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coding. Memphis niggas spit this pippin', mackin' like I'm golden. Hope where my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Stay high, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Copy, cooking, whipping, shipping till you count the proceeds. OG, I been moving fast niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bud and don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. Nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm too geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh wee, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breeze. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've trapping in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches is some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island, cause I like my lover choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island, cause I look my lover choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. They ain't pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. They ain't pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Now he pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, Limp Biscuit. So cold, but I'm so hot. Dope boys. I'm up in the trap, I'm dope boy. With them knives. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. 1,008 gram, headed straight to the block. Pirates, this water while till it's hot. Mix it up a little, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, take an order. Left hand 360, motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, got switches on the Glock. State gang, true steppers can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says long live to the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1,200 strong for a pound to the top. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some knots, gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day's a sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gonna stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take a roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody's gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rings, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. If me a trade, if she gets to go, she gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already your ground.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How y'all doing? I don't know why my audio sound like something wrong with my headphones. I'm tired of buying headphones. Thank you for the $20 cash app. Thank you for the $20 cash app. We got oh fuck, I pushed the wrong button, y'all. Hold on. Whatever. I don't even know what beat was just playing. Doesn't matter. I had a new drop though, because I was told I need a new drop because my old ones is outdated. It's so keeping up with the Umar Johnson thing, because the urban therapist nigga, he was making fun of Umar saying run them donations. So to keep up with the Umar thing, I got a new cash app drop with Umar. Thank you for the $20 donation. Next time, make it 40.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister, for that 20. Next time, make it 40. All right, y'all. What we got here is kind of an exclusive now because she didn't took it down. Now, she did say that she was going to, she said if she felt like editing it, then she was gonna, because the lady said a whole bunch of names, and she had people calling her about what the lady said, and she got other shit to do. I got time, Nick. You can send them to me. I got time. I will let them air that old lady ass out. If it's one thing I hate, it's one thing I hate. It's a self-righteous ass holy person. Now, if she's supposed to be a woman of God, why is she doing all that shit on her damn page? And why won't she leave this shit in God's hand? God got the final say so. Why is she doing all of this? She's an ugly person. We about to get into it. The woman's name. Hold on, damn it, I forget. Did y'all say what about the? Y'all said say what about the drop? Hold on, let me do the drop. This is what Umar been telling his supporters for years. Y'all never heard this shit?
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Yeah, Umar been a goon. He been a goon now. He from Philly. Y'all got Philly fucked up. All right, y'all, let's get into it.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, Nick got she has this video is down, but if y'all want to see, because she did the Amora video first, then the grandmother wanted to come on there. Then she did a cease and desist. She read the cease and desist that the lady did. It was pretty much like a 4-hour roast session. And then she did a live today explaining that she was taking it down. Nick, don't come at me, Nick. Don't come at me. You know how YouTube, when it's on, that old lady should know when it's on the internet, it's on the internet. Unless she got cease and desist for like 1 million goddamn content creators, there's no way she's gonna be able to censor this stupid shit she said. There's just no way. People need to hear. She don't want the church members to see who she is and why she acting like this. She don't want the people to see it. That video, actually, that video had more views on it than Amora Lex's video. The chat was in there wild, and I saw some of Beef Sector's finest in the chat that day. I was like, they couldn't have. Everybody was over there. Mo 3 Sector.
It's your girl Neek, and you're
James,
tuned in to Neek at Night.
You on the green
and
account
thank you
tonight?
for all of you guys who are patiently waiting in the back to get this conversation going. Today we have a very special guest by the name of Reverend Faith Cobb. She is the paternal.
She looked like she looked like Skeletor. That's her. That's the real lady in the that's the real lady in the thumbnail. That's her. She actually looked like that.
Grandmother of the child, or one of the children that has been the center of this woman who went to CPS and gave her children up to CPS. Now, I'm going to be talking to Faith because Faith has some very, very strong opinions and wants justice for her son. So we're going to get her side of the story. Now,
if we go back to that long ass thesis that the good Reverend Doctor typed, she said that Neek tried to make it seem like she wanted justice for Alex, and Neek don't know her. Neek just specifically said Miss Faith got some things to say because she wants justice for her son, not me. I'm just giving her the platform to do what she do if she obey these here rules. But yes, Tommy did say it though. When she first did it, he was like, fuck it, it ain't worth it. Because some of these people are just assholes. She thinks she used it. She gonna use these people tithes and offerings to try to sue somebody. But she not gonna sue nobody. She wrote the cease and desist to herself on Facebook. Now, what if you didn't go on Facebook? We know you did, but what if you didn't go on Facebook and see the cease and desist? That niggas do stupid shit.
We get into Faith's side of the story. I am going to let some of you guys come on in. We're going to do a really quick intro, and then we're going to get on into this story because there's a lot to be said, a lot to be cleared.
Hello, late person. How you doing?
Actually not. I'm on time, sir. You were early.
You late.
I'm on time.
The show said 10:30, ma'am. It's 10:35.
I'm on time. Hey, Chad. I'm on time, nickel.
Whatever.
And we're gonna get into it after this intro. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Miki. Oh, the quick refresher situation with me happening. There's a woman about 2 days ago with. Okay, so boom, straight like that, we are back. Now, if you guys don't know the story that I'm talking about, I did the interview.
True. Tell me what you think about the new Cash App drop.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Why not? Umar said he need his funds. He got to open up FDMG.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You do not do that. No. Mm-mm.
Next time, make it 20.
I want to say like 2 days ago with the main one.
I had got a $20 Cash App. I told him next time, make it 40.
At the center of this conversation, I'm going to give you guys a very, very, very quick refresher of who we're talking about, who we're centering about. I did an almost 4-hour interview with her, but let me give you guys a quick refresher. Basically, there's a woman out of, I believe, Ohio. She went to the CPS office and she said, you know what, this situation with me having children is too much to bear at this time. And she wanted to hand her children over to CPS. Now, all the internet felt like, okay, you know, she gave her kids up. A lot of people had opinions about, you know, whether the kids were better off in CPS or better off with her. And then when I did the interview with her, she revealed that she actually didn't give her kids to CPS after I told her that the grandmother that I'm going to be interviewing stated that she called CPS and the child was not in the system. So at that point in time, she then said, oh, well, here's the gag. I didn't really give my kids.
Oh, shit. We didn't know this. On Tommy's show, this hoe said that they kept him for the weekend.
I told you.
We going back, Lex. We are going back in on you, ma'am. You are devious. You said the sloth. So you faked it. You pulled a Risa Tisa. You faked it.
That she called CPS and the child was not in the system. So at that point in time, she then said, oh, well, here's the gag. I didn't really give my kids to CPS. I placed them, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to go through that rabbit hole. And
she placed them with motherfuckers that she had in her corner, but she was online saying she ain't had nobody to help her. But she automatically could give them to somebody. Oh, you lying wench.
All of that, but let's refresh your memory real quick. Okay, of the video, I'm just going to share a little bit because the video's gone viral. You kind of get the idea of it. If it doesn't, you know, if you don't recall, then look it up later. So we're just going to play a little bit of it here now. This is hard. Okay, so A lot, because that is one questions, and she even had a lot of.
Yeah, like
She tried to scam. All she need to send all them cash after that. But now some people just felt sorry because she got 5 kids and she's 27. You saying that?
All right, so we're gonna pause that.
Well,
right?
that explains why she told the lady when the lady said, like, do y'all need any like shit, shoes and clothes and shit? And she was like, yeah, because the house burned down. I'm like, wait a minute, you ain't got your kids. What you need the clothes and shit for?
There. Now, let me bring up the grandmother, because a lot of people had a lot of questions, and she even had a lot of things that she had to get off her chest. Now, let me read to you what she posted on.
That camera is the worst too. The
grandmother,
one that you
because
had
a lot
on,
of people.
The one that you had it on before you clicked it to
had a lot of questions, and she even had a lot of things that she had to get off her chest. Now, let me read to you what she posted.
The 2 big blocks, hold on, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Let's see, we got that one. Where is it? No, that's not it. Oh yeah, this one is terrible. It just is. Can't you see the difference? Just 2 big blocks or open space. The open space, you can have your background and it just, yeah. This is, matter of fact, this one is the first jet that you ever get on StreamYard. This is the initial jet to show you. Oh, spice it up. You ain't gotta listen to me. You got like 330-something thousand subs. I'm just saying though. It's the big block just does something to my skin.
It's on social.
Oh, thank you for the $5 cash app. Next time, make it 10.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
I ain't say all that. I said this.
Media, because that is when we got the answer that the kids were not there. Because a lot of people, Faith, they want to know, if you are the grandmother, could you have taken in the child?
Yes, I've had him most.
Y'all pay attention to this now. Because she said she could take in the child, but then later on there's the son say something different. And then the Just Anna lady who was doxxed with Nick, she put up some stuff saying it was a recent eviction, and yeah, it's just listen to it. This old lady be lying in the name of God.
They want to know, if you are the grandmother, could you have taken in the child?
Yes, I've had him most of his life. In fact, he has a whole bedroom in here. He's on the lease. He was on the lease when she abandoned him the first time, because he stayed with me and my son. My son didn't live with him. Back in Nova.
She didn't abandon him. Why am I defending Sia to Slaw? But no, from my understanding, she didn't abandon him. It was the damn police that she was being investigated for the unaliving of her son.
Up to December of 2019, she dropped off the babies with the woman that she calls Miss Fisher. Now, Miss Fisher is an alcoholic, and in one of the videos, one of the audios that my son recorded of her talking to another man, she left her children with my son to go speak with this man, and she was telling him that my only babysitter for all her boys is this alcoholic, and my son is watching the kids now, her kids. Now, at that time, my grandson wasn't born, this audio here. She was walking off to talk to that guy and was putting my son down. My son kept that video, and I got that. I'm sorry, audio, it's an audio. He kept it. But in any event, in 2019, she dropped the children off. My grandson had cuts on his butt from his bottom, I guess being in diapers. I don't know where they came from, but we have the pictures. My son sent them to me. He had to leave work to go get his son. Now, she had the baby upstairs in the hallway and strapped still in his car seat. And the other two were in a closed door upstairs crying. One of her boys has a disease in his leg and he was hurting. My son went and got him. This is the many times my son has rescued those children. He brought my grandson to me. And at times when she tried to spite me, I don't know her well enough to.
Why he bring him to you instead of him keeping his child?
Understand the evil, except that I have the Holy Ghost, and she's a witch, and so she likes me with.
There we go. Now the lady is a witch. No, I didn't say a bitch. She is a witch. She one of them third eye. I got an altar. I'm manifesting the universe. Talk to me, one of those type people. She's a witch, but her these Christians go saying they even in Chelsea in them video earlier. My God, it's every believer's God, man. Why don't y'all understand that? Y'all all worship the same damn God. Why do you feel like you're favored more than the next person? And y'all read the same book and they tell all y'all the same thing, yet y'all feel like y'all better than the next person. My mama included. She swears she better than me, and I just be laughing. Doesn't bother me, but it just be funny to see how pompous and arrogant religious people are.
Slave, and he was hurting. My son went and got him. This is the many times my son has rescued those children. He brought my grandson to me. And at times when she tried to spite me, I don't know her well enough to understand the evil, except that I have the Holy Ghost, and she's a witch, and so she dislikes me without a cause, and likes to have people argue with her. Not doing that. She would drop my grandson to my daughter, who's a nurse, and my other one's an MBA. Drop the baby off, and she would drop the baby to me. Everybody kept bringing the baby to me. So I kept him most of his life. He has a huge family. Sharon still in the report never got a chance to address her report because I'm still working on a murder case and I have to prioritize. But in her report, she made it look like my grandson was lonely. When he was staying with me through CPS, he was with my other grandchildren. He would do things with them. He had pictures, and he was very well cared for. In fact, I'll show you a picture here. These pictures are all over the wall like the rest of my family. This is how I care for my grandson.
Okay.
He has.
So somebody in the chat. Okay, we're gonna. I'm gonna pause you there. Someone in the chat says, "Why hasn't the son gone for full custody?" Her son has.
He did. Okay. So when she attacked him, when my grandson was a few days old, my son cried. And she attacked me in emails. I don't know her like that, but she would say stuff like, "Your mother's a slut." I've been celibate for 27 years for the sake of Christ. There's no man that can step up and say, "I've been with her." No.
She been celibate for Christ? So what about all the mother years you was fucking to have kids to be able to have grandkids, ma'am? So you think because you've been celibate 27 years, the other years when you produce kids out of wedlock, this is null and void, huh? I've been celibate.
I'm you, man. Oh, Lord.
I don't know her like that, but she would say stuff like, "Your mother's a slut." I've been celibate for 27 years for the sake of Christ. There's no man that can step up and say, "I've been with her." No. I am how I am because of Christ, not for what man thinks, but because of my dedication to him. And I'm unmarried, and I want to stay that way so that I can serve the Lord. And that's, if you're reading the Bible, then you understand.
Wait a minute. I'm unmarried and I want to stay that way so I can serve the Lord. So you can't serve the Lord in a marriage. That's just impossible. All right, then.
And that women who are dedicated that way, we do that. We try to please the Lord, and the married woman pleases her husband. So I am this way, and I was able to open my life to take care.
So you just gonna misquote the Bible like that? A married woman pleases her husband. You just gonna misquote the Bible like that? Like y'all don't worship the Lord in the unit, like God doesn't bless the woman that's into her. And actually, it don't tell you that in the Bible. It say God come before everything. So you a reverend.
My grandson started being a mother again. I don't mind that. She attacked my son while he protected him from going to a Halloween party that they go to every year. Hope Kaplan is listening because it's their parties that they go to, and some of the strippers, all of them, they go there. And my grandson was ill when he was born. My son said she thinks she knocked herself or caused herself to fall down the stairs. That's what she said to him, to go in labor early. But we believe that it was so that he can go to this party. They are avowed witches.
We believe, but we don't know.
Okay, and I'm not gonna hide that. They'll tell you early, but we believe that it was so that he can go to this party. They are avowed witches. Okay, and I'm not gonna hide that. They'll tell you. And they told my son, I told him to stay away from her because of that when we found that out.
I don't understand what the party or any of it has to do with anything. She made herself go in labor early to go to a Halloween party.
But in any event, she attacked him and he didn't call the police. The neighbors called the police. He wasn't drunk. He was caring for his child.
Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna get into all of the
Let me get simple.
details. I just wanted to answer that question real quick because there's a lot of information that we're gonna go over, but I want to go over in like a timeline so that it's easier to follow. Because if you jump in to the part of the story where like there's this incident at Halloween and then we go, like, it'll be harder for the audience.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I just wanted to answer the baseline of, okay, you're available, you're the grandmother, you are willing to take your grandson. I wanted
to. And I was in graduate school the whole time. I'm in a doctoral program. I'm not dumb in all the things that this ignorant person said. And I'm not going to go back and forth and calling people names and things like that. But I saw her do that throughout. And my kids are not stupid, apparently. My son was in college at the time she murdered him. And she talks about a Cadillac.
Wait.
My son was in college when she murdered him. There is no evidence that says she has. She has been cleared by the police. The police have looked into it. The police have looked at the mom's evidence, all of that stuff. The FBI even got involved. They took her phones. They went all through her shit. Nothing, but she still is saying on here very confidently that this woman had her son unalived. Interesting.
We're gonna get to that part too.
Okay.
We have to like I said, I want to get to it in order.
Gotcha.
Or else they'll get lost. The audience will get lost because you have been living with this every single day. You know it forward, backward. You know how to jump in from the middle, from the side. The audience, they're new to the story.
Yes.
So they gotta take it like as at a build up. Okay.
Okay.
So before you go again, let me just give everybody a background. So this is the grandmother of her middle child. So the woman who went viral, she has 5 children. Okay. She has 5 children, and her son has a child with her, and he is the middle child. And then she had 2 girls after that. She had 2 kids before. Then she had the child that is in the middle, which is her grandson. And then she had 2 children after. Now, in the course of them being together,
this link I'm dropping in the chat, this is the lady that she's shown evidence that kind of, Lex said the son was a monster. The mama say it ain't, but his record kind of reveals it. The link I dropped in the chat, that's where you can see the stuff that's been going on since the interview took place.
Her son and her were dealing with each other. It was a toxic relationship. And while they were...
Of course, Meek at Night, his name is in the description. It should be highlighted in blue. I don't know if it is right now. No, it should be.
Dealing with each other, there was an incident where her son passed away. Now, according to Faith feels strongly that the woman who has given her kids up and at the center of this story, Faith feels like she has something to do with her son's passing, and she feels as though she is the culprit. Now, just because it's my platform, and anytime there's allegations like that, I have to say it's alleged, even though you know for sure what you know. I just have to protect my platform and say it's alleged. But that is what...
And Nick still is not sitting here talking about some, I am seeking justice for your son. She said, you seeking justice for your son. You know for sure that she did it, but I don't, so I'm gonna say alleged.
Faith feels strongly about. Now, we're going to get to why Faith feels like she's the culprit. We're going to get to all of those things, but we're going to back up first. So you meet her from her dealing with your son and them having a relationship. So in the interview, she says that she started to date your son, I want to say 2017 or 2017. They started to date, correct?
I believe it's the earliest part of 2018. He didn't know her very long before she became pregnant.
Okay, so 2018, they started to date. So once they started to date, what was their relationship like while they were a couple?
When I first knew about her, my son came home with her 2 children, and I asked who they were, and they were calling him dead already. They started calling me grandma, and he said that he was babysitting her sons so that she can go to work as a nurse aide, that she was working as a nurse aide. At this point, we didn't know she was a stripper, and that was really distressing for my son. We finally found out. When she finally met me,
your son was not distressing that she was a stripper. That nigga knew. He probably met her in the strip club. Stop the cap, real. And it's possible that she was stripping and doing nursing aid at the same time. Do one in the wipe ass in the daytime, stripping night. Your son was the sucker that was the babysitter.
Introduced herself and quickly told me that the 2 children she had were by rape, which is, unseemly. And I knew that they both had the same names that start with a K, and they're named Miller. They're named after their father. It didn't sound right. And I spoke with my son. My son said, "Mom, I can explain." There's no explanation. When you say a person raped you, you're thinking of something violent.
R word.
Violent.
I worded you.
Yes, I'm sorry, the R word. You think it's something violent. Mr. Miller and...
That's the first time Neekton told her to stop saying rape. Don't say it. Say our word. Say great. Say anything. That's the first time she done told her that.
Alexis Wright were teenagers when they met. He was about 1.5 years older than she was. They had the first child. They even lived in the same house together, had the first child, and then had the second one. They said that her mother consented to that. So then by the time she had the second one, she would...
If Neek name wasn't blue, go out and come back in. It should be blue now. So you can click on it and go to her channel.
It's 18. They were engaged. He even proposed to her on Facebook. And if you can find those posts that she's made about vacays in 2015, that she complained that he didn't want to come get his kids. I mean, you don't talk like this about a person that raped you. You want your kids to be with the person that raped you. She had been telling my son that and told my...
I can agree with you on that, Real, but then she looked up some shit and said she was Stockholm Syndrome, which I don't believe.
Son that he also raped his children.
R worded.
His children while he was watching the P Word. And that's one of the videos that some of the public got a hold of, but I put that there. I try to make awareness because police were not listening to us when we were telling them that she's been threatening his life. His attorney, we gave this information and all her screenshots to Alex's attorney, and we asked her to approach the prosecutor. She failed to do that. And when Alex was killed, she said, well, they seem to have something. She didn't show me and prove to me that she gave that to him. But she said, they seem to have words I don't use, basically an E word in their hands toward my son, that they wanted him in some way. So they didn't act on the threat, the second one, on his life. And we ever since then, I've just been trying to get them to look at not just all the evidence, but I opened all of our situation, everything that we have in terms of documents. Alex kept documenting things. After the first time she had him poisoned, she said there'll be no coming back. Then she went online. Alex gave me his passwords in case they killed him. The location of his phone, it wasn't in his car. It was in the house of the woman she said called her. And the police believe that the 8 phones were his. They're not. He didn't have one. The girl destroyed every phone. The only phone that he would have would be mine. Then he borrowed a blue phone from a friend. The phone that he ordered didn't arrive until after he died from Amazon. I have that. And the computer he had, she still has it. He took it with him to study. He had deadlines for Sunday. He died on Sunday. And he didn't die when we made it to the hospital, as she said. I was called at 3 a.m. Alex and I had just moved in an apartment that I got for him and the baby. And I was telling Alex, as you're going to school, he just bought a Cadillac and she destroyed his car. And that's documented on Facebook as well. and I have the copies on his profile. I have the copies of those things. I also have his profile. But where am I here? There's so many things, and so I'm trying to stay focused.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we had just gotten a place, and the baby was with us the whole time from November to March. She had abandoned him from November to March and abandoned the boys to their father. And remember, my son went and picked them up at Robin's house. He had to leave his job and go pick up the kids. And my grandson had cuts on his butt. And my son, before he even made it home, he sent us a picture of the cuts on my grandson's butt. Okay, so I had the baby every day up until March something. And on March the 9th, Alex gave him a bath. Alex cared for his son. He knows how to care for
Okay,
kids.
I gotta stop you right there. Okay, so when you said he died, you said, wait, you got to be clear with you talking about the first incident or the final incident?
Yeah, this is after the first incident, actually.
When he passed, he came back to you?
No, I'm telling you about when she first abandoned the children. We just had gotten a place, and she abandoned the kids. She had him killed, let him know that she had him killed. The only guy that was in the room is the only person to put fentanyl, and it's a what do you call it? It's a synthetic fentanyl. That's what the other one was. It wasn't cocaine. It was fentanyl. And when they finished giving Alex the thing for the kidney, they did a dialysis. It was the fentanyl, and the acetafentanil was still in his body, and it was still enough to kill an entire army. They switched up the story on that one, by the way. Reese said that he had it too, and his mother caused them to throw up. And I'll tell you why they did that, because I got a screenshot and I shared it online, and then they changed their story. And so they framed this woman, Shady Flowers. They didn't even show up at the hearings, but they made it look like they were both poisoned. And somehow Reese is still alive. Reese would have died or been a vegetable like my son had that been there. They took the time to put it in my son's hand and take a picture. The girl, Sasha, came with a picture and showed my daughter that. She was very calm. The 3 times he was poisoned, he was always with his cousins. They had threatened his life in 2014, handed him a pill, told him to try it out, and he died. But they didn't think he would live. But he lived, and told that they handed him that pill. They had threatened his life. Then he was around them again, January 4th, 2020. And the girl was threatening him.
So when you say like he died and then they were around him again, that's confusing to the audience. So you kind of have to be more like, hey.
He literally died. Okay, he literally died. And he was brought back to life by CPR.
Okay.
When they did it January 4th, he was telling the doctor, I was on the phone, my son was there as well. He was telling the doctor, I don't do drugs. Somebody poisoned me. It was in the drinks. The girl, her name is Montina Middleton. They put it in her drink as well. The hotel guy actually bragged about fondling her with the remote control while she was dead beside my son. I had my grandbaby with me, and I started praying. And my other daughter, my youngest one, her and another friend that she worked with, rushed down to the hotel where my son was, and they revived him with CPR, and he was extremely damaged. And the woman continued to do these messages to him while she was in Miami, where she was trying to go with the CPS thing, just wanted the rest of the public to pay for it. She was still in Miami, and she was telling him that she's going to kill him and that it's going to be no coming back. The night before she killed him, she left a voice message, and she said, "You are dead." I shared it, and I even called the detective and played the audio for him so he can hear it. They were ignoring me. They wanted to buy the fact that she's saying that he was an addict. But right there at Franklin County, he dropped clean urine the day before they killed him. And that's problematic. It's problematic to them. He told Jordan, a guy named Jordan, who's his best friend in Toledo, in his messages, they killed me. And he goes, what? So what happened? He told him what happened. He told Sasha Ray, the people that are always involved when he's poisoned this way, that she's trying to kill me. She never quite responded in those messages. And she was telling people he was trying to protect himself. And when they did it this time, they set him up. And the kids told just how it was done.
Okay, I'll pause you right there. Okay, so she made an attempt on his life where he flatlined and then he was revived. And then he was going around telling people that she tried to kill him and stuff like that.
Yes,
so
and she was admitting.
Why did he continue to like deal with her at all if she was making attempts on
his baby?
Because that pussy was good. You don't have to deal with her to protect your baby. That pussy was good. He was still fucking her. She put that crazy pussy on him. She had that whip appeal. Come on, Nick, you know this. You think you know this? Y'all women know we all got good pussy. When the niggas act crazy, y'all know it's because the pussy good. Y'all know this. You ain't have to ask that question. Granny wasn't gonna keep it real though, because she been celibate for 27 years for the Lord.
Mostly he would care for the older two too. he would wake up, this is just meeting her, that he would leave our home and go take them to school.
I believe because he was the trick. He was the trick ass nigga dealing with all 3 kids while she was out getting the money. Well, he wasn't the trick, he was the babysitter, but she was going to get the money. Because if he had to work, there's no way he could have watched the kids. But he was cool with her going to work, stripping, but whatever it was, ma'am, there's no way you could flip this around. He, instead of going to work, he was watching the kids while she was going to work. So he reaped the benefits of whatever way she was getting her money. And apparently it was beneficial enough that he did it.
So CPS wouldn't take her. That's what he would do. She had him convinced that the father of the children actually raped them, and he's trying to get trying to get CPS to take his kids from her because she's not getting them to school and all. And so he would wake up and he would do her due diligence. He had broken down her door several times to go get the kids. The last time, March 8th, when she said she'll piss on his father's grave and said something crazy about my sister Janetta who died, and she never met her, and that she's going to piss on his grave. He was standing, he said, I'm here. It was March the 8th, not the time she told you in that video. It was March the 8th. He said, I'm here. He was paying $300 for her door. He shouldn't have to pay for the door. He broke it down and got the kids out. And Jonathan, you're here. Jonathan.
I don't think I can see Jonathan back. Oh, yeah, he is. Jonathan. Okay.
He broke a door down to save his kid. Why ain't just call the police? The fire department.
He went to go get my grandson. And my son stayed in the place with the other 2 kids.
Okay, hold on. One second, Faith. Okay. So we have Jonathan here as well, which is Faith's son, her other son, and so he wants to chime in.
Boy, before she went celibate, she was doing a lot of fucking for Satan, I guess, because she had 4 kids at least.
Because the audience is getting a little lost, Faith, so we got to kind of slow down a little bit because
it's kind of emotional for me, and I'm trying to focus that way. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Jonathan.
No, you're not. What you're trying to do is put out as much bad shit about this woman as you can. You're trying to paint her as evil and your son as the angel.
Yeah, so I want to clarify, because I'm getting a little riled up too, but what I want the audience to know, please be respectful. You know, she lost our brother. He was the youngest of all of our siblings, and she's still grieving. So many moving parts. So I know it's hard to follow, but she wants to get this out here. First of all, he was not a drug addict. He was on probation, and he had to have continuous testing. Before he died, he dropped clean. So,
and as I see, when I heard that live, it's a lot of drugs out here, sir, that only stay in your system for 3 days. And drug addicts, they have to take drug tests to know these things. There's also ways to cheat drug tests too. If y'all weren't with him every day to monitor if he was doing drugs or not, y'all can't say if he was a drug addict or not. Your mama is calling this woman an alcoholic, and she wasn't around her every day.
That has to be clarified. If he took anything so much as marijuana, he would have been in prison. So let's just get that straight. They poisoned him through alcohol. He couldn't do any weed, so instead he did alcohol. That's how they poisoned him. So
on most probation, you're not supposed to drink either, sir. I don't know if you know that, but on most probation, you can't drink or do drugs.
Whenever you hear the first time he died, that was the first poison attempt. After that attempt, when Alex told Amora Lex, whatever she calls herself, what happened, she said something along the lines of, next time, I'm going to make sure that you die and there's no coming back. She literally said this in a text message. And then after that, she said, hey, you're dead. Like she was erratic, talking about how she wanted to kill him. So she implicated herself right there. Like this was a pointed attack. Now, to answer the other question, why was he still around her after this? Good question. He was trying to be cordial for the kids, because you got to understand how some mothers are. They weaponize their kids against the fathers. That's what he was doing with. So he literally pretty much had to eat. He felt, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm his brother, and I took him to her house a lot of times. A lot of times we would have arguments. I'm like, Alex, man, leave this girl alone. These are not, the other kids who sitting here, I'm like, bro, these are not even your kids. You care about these kids more than.
So if you were that passionate about it, why were you taking him over there? If you disagreed, you'd be like, bro, I'm not taking you over there. You know, I don't agree with that relationship at all. I fuck with you, but I'm not going to take you over there because I don't agree. She's bad for you. You'd have been locked up fucking with her. She's using you. I can't take you. Why would you continue to take him to something that you felt was bad? You're an enabler at that point.
What she does? But he had a good heart, and he wanted to be able to stay in his kid's life. So in his mind, he's like, listen, hey, if I got to be a bitch to make sure I'm around, excuse my language, to make sure I'm around my kids, I'm gonna do what I have to do. But he literally did that so that he could be present. So that's what that was all about. Like it was toxic, and it was toxic on her end. But by the time they already had the kid together, he pretty much had to do what he had to do. But he was a very present father. We got numerous pictures, videos. Up until the time he died, the baby lived with my brother and my mom. So he was 100% in the life. Even before he died, and I just want to say this, everything that y'all see on video, this is really her. She would literally leave baby Alex with his father, like, yo, I'm going to Miami, I need to make this money. She would literally drop him off, like, yo, I'm about to go make this money and leave. Abandon him to go straight. And she wasn't even making that much money. Y'all seen her. She's not even bad. But she has these delusions of grandeur. But I know I'm going on a tangent, but I just need to clear up the facts. He was not an addict. And the only reason he even stayed around her,
she was bad enough for your brother, and your brother was cool with it because he knew she was coming back with some money.
Is so that she wouldn't weaponize the kid against him. Like he wanted to be in his kid's life. That's all that was about.
Alex had custody. He had custody. Okay. And in mediation, he did mediation instead. And she did some verbal things in there, like your mother can't see the baby, and just some crazy stuff that's meant to be emotionally abusive to my son. She was that way. So he shared. He didn't have to share. He could have kept custody after she attacked him while he tried to protect the baby. And just the one incident where she left her children at night hungry at home. Alex went back and got them and took them to the dollhouse where she was working. And they were hungry. And he called me and my daughter about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. One of the bouncers attacked him, trying to get him to leave. But he was trying to wait for the mother to come out and be with her children. That's how severe she would abandon them. And now she's doing this. She must have looked up what Chris Brown's girlfriend did about, leaving her kids or whatever, so she could do it this time. In her earlier video, where she has a brown blouse on, she talks about going to Miami and how much she hates.
She must have looked up what Chris Brown girlfriend did. What the hell? She just making up shit.
Kendall Eaton, which is the father of the 2 twins that she has.
I don't want to say. I don't want to dox anybody.
Okay.
Now, Nikki told her about to say the word, and she said, "Don't say these people's names."
Of the 2 twins that she has, because
I don't want to say. I don't want to dox anybody.
29. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can look dude up. He might want to interview.
Okay. No names. Okay.
Like the father of her kids, but I don't want to say I don't want to say names or documents. That's not.
Thank you so much. So not even the last name, just the father of the 2 twins. She said how much she hated him. She would give him money to flip drugs, Percocets, and some few others. And basically, she alluded to doing this again once she made some money off the public on those videos. But she said that she hated him and she promised to kill him. She said that on that video. Also, after my son was poisoned and died, the kids were still on visitation to see their other father, the 2 older ones. The mother, the oldest boy, and I have him on video stating this, Alexis told him to poison that whole family. He put whatever she gave him in the food of the mother. And she became ill. She thought she had COVID. And so whatever it wasn't potent enough to kill her, but it paralyzed her for a little bit. She got a hold of her mother. She went to the hospital. I made a police report. She also made a police report. And the police are not paying attention to what's going on. And it's going to take another. She promised to kill the twins' father. And that one video said that he doesn't want her
to show no receipts.
To win. She thinks like a street person, doesn't want her to win, and she lost $25,000 to go to Miami. And so she pulled another stunt. And all throughout the documentation, she's saying how she's trying to get them to take the children for her at CPS. But they're the only people that would take 5 children, 2 of which are crippled due to the drugs in her system. They took those children away while they're at CPS. So understand, my grandbaby was with me most of his life, not with her, with me and my son. He would work and I take care of my grandson. And up to the point that they killed him, he gave him a bath, and he said to me, Mom, I'm not going to leave without him, so I'm going to stay with him. He didn't go live with her. I'm going to go stay with him and bring him back home. So he stayed until they killed him. It was on the 9th. They attacked him around the 12th, And they called me at 3 a.m. on the 13th that said my son was hanging on a string. Sasha Ray, she's always the person that's calling. She said he was hanging on a thread. And so I got my family together. I don't drive, and I had to get somebody to come get me and had to wake up everybody. And that's why it took us so long to get there. But I stayed with him all night long. I made her leave the room. She was faking crocodile tears like she was doing when she dropped the children off. Later, she let people know. No, I only cried for a little bit, and I'm laughing, having fun with people who want to party. People are not paying attention to that. This is a whole act, and she traumatized her kids, not just with them seeing, they saw the murder. My grandson had nightmares while he was with me from CPS. And the sister, they insisted that he be sent to the sister when they first put him in the system. She kept him long enough for kinship care to stop paying her and then sent the baby to me. He had dirty clothes mixed with clean clothes. His hair was packed all around his head. I have the pictures, and he had sores all over him. Those sores.
She never showed any of these pictures
on him. They said, somebody said, one of the nurses said that they were bug bites. He was not well cared for. But when he was with me, he had nightmares, and he did something that let me know that somebody touched him, and he named her sister. I also know that he calls his mother by that name as well. He's been calling me mommy for a long time. So when he went to the sister, he started calling her that. He calls the caregiver that. But he called me mommy. And now he calls me mommy, grandmommy. And I haven't seen him since they did that. This is the reason I haven't seen him, is something I explained to you. She has threatened my life. She has threatened the lives of other people. The father of the two older twins does as I do. We wear body cams. We have some other things going on for our protection. So I haven't filed for custody because I know she's crazy. And I know that she's been on.
I haven't filed for custody because I know she's crazy, but my son had custody. My son had custody, but I ain't filed. This doesn't make any sense, Reverend. Y'all see, it's a lot. It's just a lot going on. 33 minutes in. I'm trying to talk much, not to talk much. You got to say something. You have to. I can't just play it uninterrupted.
People and CPD, the police department here, they're not paying attention to us. So I am working on the murder case, not my grandson right now. Once I get that done, I'll be back for him. But these are the things that are going on.
Fuck my grandson. I'm working. Why can't you do both? You ain't doing nothing but talking on social media. It's not like nobody knew about you until this girl went viral. Well, outside where y'all live, the universe, the viral world that you're now in, that you've been exposed to since this interview, nobody knew about y'all. The radio station wasn't checking for y'all. It seems like y'all were following her every move when she went viral, and y'all were contacting the places that she was at to see if y'all could get y'all turned in. And Neat appears to be the first one that gave you that opportunity. Y'all got mad at the chat. That woman didn't do nothing to you. Y'all is mad at the chat. She ain't even asking you no questions like that. She read, and the question that she asked came from the chat. She didn't ask you, it was in the chat, it was typed. Both of y'all watching it, your son watching the chat, because he came straight in talking about y'all be respectful. And he also gonna watch the chat, because when Alex come in trolling him, he wanted her blocked. Block her. She was a guest. I'm not gonna play. Y'all up here talking about it. I'm not gonna stop her from voicing herself in the chat. They was hot about that. They wanted the VIP carpet rolled out. She ain't cuss you out of nothing. She just was responding to what you said about her car. I don't remember. I think I saw a couple of them. I just deleted one of them screenshots. But yeah, she was saying what kind of car she drove when the lady started bringing up the car. But she definitely was in there trolling them.
The caseworker, Sharon Ray Still, and I hope you're looking. When I told her what my grandson said and gave her the video of him telling me, and he said that she also beat him.
She hope the caseworker is looking.
What she beat him with. It was a belt. He said it was her that touched him in his bottom, the sister. And I set up, we have something called, it's a certain institution that we have here that does the exams on the kids. An officer is present and there's a psychologist and they role play. I tried to set that up and the caseworker acted like she was interested in whether or not they made an appointment. No, but she didn't know that they told me that she canceled it because she said they investigated. So they never had the opportunity to do the examination on my grandson. So we have a system that really is the worst thing that happened to these kids. They're the worst thing that happened. And the therapy I was getting for my son, my grandson, I think of him as a son because now that they killed my son, he's like my son. The therapy I was getting for my grandson, they interrupted.
He's fine.
The prosecutor in the case of the lady that was falsely accused, he stated that, maybe his mother.
Wait a damn minute. The 5-year-old was getting therapy.
His mother was taking the therapy.
He's 5 now.
That's
so when was it? Was he getting therapy at 3 and 4? Therapy. Between 3 and 5 years old, we got to go.
It's
Between
possible.
3 and 5, the child. Hey,
It's possible.
man, I doubt it.
It is a type of therapy they do for kids, right?
I'm saying I doubt this woman had her grandson in some damn therapy. She wasn't around this nigga like that. Her son was. Remember, her son told her, "I ain't bringing him over here. I'm gonna go over there with my child in." So he was still staying with the chick. He was there with the baby. So what the fuck did she have him except for during that time when they were investigating whether she had something to do with his death? She just paid for therapy. All right. I don't believe this woman. Hey, Cheryl. I know you watch. How you feel? Are you triggered yet? I did 2 of them just to make sure you were double triggered. I'm done now, though, but I just had to trigger you. You tried to trigger me, so let's see if you can take your own medicine.
They saw kill my son. And the screenshot.
Because you remember, you said your mama was the biggest narcissist in your life. So since you tried to speak on my parenting, I had to put your parenting back up in your face and let her sing for you. I'm just saying. Because remember you said, and then you know what? I ain't trying to talk about your mama, but you mischaracterized her when you said she was thick and had the big booty and everybody in the city. Girl, stop. Stop it. Girl.
I was showing you earlier was the stepmother explaining exactly what they saw, the brick involved, and my grandson said that she hit my son with a gun and he fell down, and she showed me, and I have a video of him telling me. He was really excited about that and telling me what
he got
happened.
a video. So you got a video of the child saying
she should have asked for some of these receipts.
Oh no, Nick, the audience is pointing out that she ain't had no fucking receipts for none of this shit.
I know,
the
but
audience ain't going.
What I'm saying is, like, if you're going to get on my platform, you're going to make all those accusations, then you hollering you got receipts. I'm need those receipts. I'm needing. So, because it's
she
like... She
showed a few text messages and stuff, but it's not the videos and shit she said it. And the video evidence would be admissible anywhere because someone would think that you coached them to say that. So you just happened to be recorded when the child said that. Or did you hear it? And then you said, hold up, let me get my phone. Say that again.
Mm-hmm.
This lady here.
For my son. But the kids saw it. They saw it. And you got that witness.
She got videos and pictures of every damn thing. Yet the kids are still with the parent. You can't have this much evidence and the child still go back. You just can't.
It's not going away as they get. I wonder, if she'll kill them. But as they get older, they'll remember.
And all that you know about her record, and she has placed your grandson in someone else's care, and you already have suspicion that something happened. You don't think that is a priority to get your grandson first? Because
great question, Nick. This is the type of shit that made that woman mad, because it's supposed to be about the kids. I understand you want justice for your son, but that is your blood. That's your son's child that is going. You say this woman is so horrible, yet you said getting him out there, preserving your bloodline is not your first priority. You said you think she will hurt these kids. Your grandson would be in there as well. Wouldn't it suck to have to grieve both? Why can't you do both? Why can't you mourn your son and also get justice for your son, mourn your son, and also try to get your grandson away from this person that you're saying is so horrible? You can't tell the world this woman is horrible. Then when people ask you, have you tried to get custody? You said, no, that ain't my priority. But you're also in the same breath telling us that you've had the little baby his whole life, but he ain't your priority. Your son had custody, but he's not your priority.
I know that you want to get justice for your son, which I'm not saying is not important, which it is important, but
it's an absolute priority.
I feel like, wouldn't the grandson have to be more of a priority first?
Yes, it's an absolute priority. In my state, if another parent kills the other parent, then they lose that custody as well, because they're going to be convicted. This is important. This is what makes
they have looked into this woman, and the highest level of police in the United States has looked into this woman, and they came away with nothing. The best to do it, they came away with nothing. We ain't got nothing. We can't connect her to anything. But we do got some other people, but it ain't her. Why is that not good enough for you?
Case important because it frees my grandson. I just said that it endangers us. It endangers us. She pretended when she went to this man looking for someone to kill him, said he's trying to take my son, somebody shoot and kill him. I told them to break his legs or something, but basically tried to kill him, but it didn't work. I have those screenshots that my son took. He took the screenshots because she was threatening him and looking for a killer. The guy agreed to kill my son.
Why didn't your son go to the police? Why the fuck he sent you screenshots instead of going to the damn police? Could you explain that, mother? He could have. I mean, y'all say he had a probation officer. He could have told the probation officer if he ain't want to go in the precinct. He just was gonna take it. So he know his baby mama trying to kill him, and instead of calling somebody that can actually do something, he sends you screenshots. Well, okay, what did you do with the screenshots when he told you when he seen the hit out on him? What did you do with the screenshots? Did you go to the police? Or did you save them for YouTube? Which they put up some of them, and she explained it in the Tumblr interview. She said she said some stupid shit when she was mad. She admitted to that. She also said how the FBI got involved and took up phones and all that shit. Probably got the GPS out of the car. If they got her phone, then everybody that was involved in all of that had to have been investigated as well. Which is probably how they came up with the actual drug dealer.
Okay, Jonathan, you've been on the screen the whole time. I just went ahead and brought you and your cousin up as well. So if there's anything that you want to chime in on,
let me do that, because I didn't want to cut my mom off, but the reason for that is y'all got to realize this system here, they're not really looking into Alexis. The reason why, even if my mom tried to get custody, all they keep doing is putting him back with her. They see these videos, they see what's going on, and they keep putting him back with her. So it's a moot point. So that's why my mom's focus is making sure that this case is settled, because first of all, she's a murderer. And second of all, they're just going to keep on putting him in the system to get him back with a mother who clearly does not want her kids. She does not want her 5 kids.
Until we get a proper investigation.
Well, sir, ma'am and sir, after she's went viral for a video where she actually went to CPS and said that she needed help and all of that, I think that video there would go in y'all's favor for trying to get custody. Because she told the world that she need help, she don't want them kids no more.
And as I said, I'm not alleging she killed my son. I was told she killed my son by the kids and by the people that documented those things. I had that. They reached out to me while my son was in ICU.
So the kids know. She told the kids she committed it.
They were with them for visitation on a weekend. So the fact that they don't have a village, they have a village. She's killed the bigger part of the village who has been watching and taking care of her kids.
You have to say alleged, but yeah.
Well, they have a village, and they call me grandma. I love those kids, period. Because we love children, but they're like family to me too. But anyway, the Millers had reached out to me on Facebook to tell me that the kids have to tell me something. They got a hold of my sister, whose name is Angie. She's my father's from later down the road. She's about 14.
The kids got on Facebook and told somebody they need to talk to grandma. Why didn't they just call grandma? Why didn't they just call grandma?
Period. Because we love children, but they're like family to me too. But anyway, the Millers had reached out to me on Facebook to tell me that the kids have to tell me something. They got a hold of my sister, whose name is Angie. She's my father's from later down the road. She's about 14 years younger than I am. Had gotten a hold of her. She came to the hospital and she told me what they were saying. That's what occurred there. And I have the screenshot. I just didn't get the message because I was with my son. I stayed with him all night long. And I made sure that all of his fluids were there. All his fluids, the nurses started letting his fluids run out. He was dying. And then
Lex is in the chat.
They did everything.
She sent me the corner office.
Lex is in the chat.
Report of what he died from. Okay.
They documented it.
And she said, Lex sent me the coroner report of what he actually died from, what they did when they did the autopsy.
That way because they believed her.
Wait a minute. This lady said they did the coroner's report like that because they believed her. They didn't have to talk, ma'am. The coroner report don't give a fuck who said what, ma'am. The coroner so you saying the coroner was in on it. She got so much pull that the nigga who's the most unbiased person in the city had to owe her a favor. He ran all types of toxicology reports and all types of shit. Check for any little puncture wounds, any little small holes, any type of poison and things of that nature. But he wrote it up Lex way.
Office report of what he died from. Okay.
They documented it that way because they believed her. That I tried to get them to reinvestigate as well. I called the coroner who cut my son's head open to see bruises and all. I called the coroner. He should have corrected that, and that's another reason why the murder case has to be done. That's why it has to be properly investigated, because they need to fix it. Also, again, the toxicology report shows that he had enough fentanyl for an entire army. Reese that was with him, had that happened to him, he would have been...
That typically is how it is. It doesn't take much to kill an entire army. That's why you shouldn't take M blocks and you shouldn't take Percocets that's off the street, because most of them are laced with fentanyl, and niggas that's making these drugs aren't chemists. They do have a press and a step though, but they're not chemists. They don't know how much to put in there. They don't know the least lethal dosage.
Dead or vegetable. After Alex had died, he came to my place and he said, I've been absent because I went to jail. And he said, I was in the house sleep. I didn't know Alex was in. Then changed his story. The detective called me telling me that the mother said that they found them both in the car. And that's what that's what the criminal case is about. They named Reese and they named my son as victims. They couldn't find the girl victim. They couldn't find the girl responsible for involuntary manslaughter for my son because of all the documentation and things that I sent. The attorney that I hired to go in and talk to them, he didn't speak, but I was able to submit an affidavit, and they took that affidavit. I'm not finished. I'm going to make sure that my son, he gets justice and that my grandson is safe. I am not trying. I'm military. I think you see that right there. I'm not trying to do a war. But I know that the moment I go to do that, I got to have guns. I've seen her with Army guns. I showed that to you. I sent that to you.
Can I please clarify the autopsy?
When I forwarded the letter to Prosecutor Holbrook, those were the attachments. She was in Miami another time when the kids were taken away. She was in Miami and she had the AR-2. She said, the guy said, "You look like an assassin." She goes, "I am by nature." So this is the kind of person we're dealing with. Mr. E, the father of the two twins, the uncle was riding in a car with them as they were doing drugs, according to the brother of the uncle. He had fentanyl and whatever drugs he had. And I think it was probably meant for the other father, but he died. They didn't request any kind of investigation because all three of them were doing drugs. Your drug addict is her, and that's evident in what happened with the kids. She wasn't on any medical marijuana. She doesn't take marijuana. In fact, I think the latest video she made, she was smoking a whole blunt. she does weed. And that's, you know, that, and the other stuff the person said.
Marijuana is weed. You said she don't do weed or she do. Make up your mind. Weed is weed. Whether it's medicinal coming out the dispensary or wherever you get it from, it's weed.
That she flipped with Mr. E that you talked about on May 5th before giving away the kids, no doubt taking them. She had mushrooms in her car and cocaine in her car while she was on her way to Miami driving during this time after my son was murdered, and she was still on probation. And she's telling her audience, I'm still on probation. I don't want to get caught. They just tapped me on the hand and they let me go because the police stopped her. And she said that they did it again. She was just going to throw it out the window. I have that video.
Okay. Okay, so Jonathan wants to clarify some things. Also, Lex is in the chat.
She got a video for everything.
I don't know how you. I don't want it to get messy, but if she wants to like talk to you, would you be opposed to that?
There's nothing.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't let her on here. Hold on.
Never been a genuine person. Anytime Alexis, who always talks about plotting and all that, she don't take people seriously. This person, anytime they're nice, they have an agenda. And again, when she first had the baby, her electricity was off. My son wouldn't leave her. She said he left for 4 days to get back. He would not leave that place. And I paid for her electricity to be on. I paid for her electricity to be on.
So I'm just saying, when did you ever have the child the whole life, then? Because your son has been deceased for 4 years. Your grandchild is 5 now. When did you have the child all the time? And enough time to put the child in therapy?
I got it. I have the receipt.
I just want to speak real quick. So about Alexis, real quick.
You bring up everything she said. She lies so much. And here's the deal. When she's talking to you,
Mama will not shut the fuck up.
Looking over to the side. She knows she's lying. And you can tell she's lying. And this is the reason why when I spoke to you earlier today, I said anything that I have to say, I can document it. And I wanted to prepare those documents. It's important because she is a liar.
All right, Mom, I want to clear this up real quick. So first of all, with Alexis, not a good idea. Before she did that viral video about CPS, literally a day before, she wrote my mom on Facebook on a burner account, literally taunting her about my brother. My mom has those messages. So this is a person that cannot be reasoned with. And keep in mind, my brother talked to me about everything. Alexis told my brother that she was diagnosed with bipolar, borderline personality disorder. The girl is crazy. Now, the issue with the autopsy, let's get back to that real quick. Y'all gotta stay with me here. Keep in mind, he was on probation. He couldn't even smoke.
I can agree she's a little crazy.
Weed. He didn't like to smoke some weed, but he couldn't even smoke weed because if he did, he would have gone to prison. His alternative was alcohol. They put it in his alcohol. He did not overdose. So I gotta let y'all understand this. My brother was very clear-minded.
How do y'all know they put it in his alcohol? Did the toxicology report say that? Y'all got a lot of theories, and y'all literally ignored the coroner's report and said that's because they believed her. She wasn't in town when he died, so the coroner wouldn't have known shit about her. The coroner just got a body and went to do what they did and presented the cause of death to the detective so they could know what to do. Was it natural, overdose, homicide, all of those things?
And he was a college student up until the time he was killed. So we have to get that out there. The issue with
she a college student too, and y'all saying she a drug addict? The fuck does that mean?
Autopsy is when they institutionalize you, when they get you in the system, they're gonna write you off. They didn't want to look into his death, so guess what they did? They wrote it off as an overdose.
So because he was on probation, they didn't care about how he died. Really? Because he was on probation. Not he was a prisoner or none of that. It's because he was on probation. Y'all do realize in jail, people get charged with murder for killing people. They don't write them off and the person don't get charged. They charge them.
They didn't want to investigate the text messages, the recordings, everything that Alexis said, admitting to the fact that she killed her. They didn't want to look into that. That is the justice system that we have. That is why my mother is so impassioned about getting all of this information out here, because they're not listening to us. So if they're watching,
So passionate, sir. Passionate.
and they see these viral videos of her
You
giving
have a radio voice, though. You should start a podcast or something, G.
her kids up and, oh, I'm about to go sprint. I'm about to go make this whack ass rap song. And they know what her character is. It's on them if she continues to kill people around her. It's on them, and they're putting themselves in a litigious situation. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So if they continue to let her run rampant, killing people, putting her kids in danger, she's literally endangering her kids in front of the world. I know this is social media and everybody is getting their entertainment, but
No, she didn't endanger her kids because her kids weren't in the video at all. They weren't in. We didn't see the kids at all. We didn't see them. We didn't hear them. So she didn't endanger them. She just made herself look like an ain't shit person. And now that we know that it was all a play, she really looked like she ain't shit. We gotta get the word out that we gotta get the word out. How the fuck is she still doing interviews after this one where she said, yo, it was a play. I ain't really get my kids up. She's still being talked to and empathized with and shit. She made it up. She played on the heartstrings of America.
this is real life. My mom is in her 60s. This is her grandson. Like, she's the only one that my nephew has left. Literally. So this is not a game. We're trying to get her off.
She has y'all. She got you, uncle, and 2 aunties. And your mama. Okay, so let me ask you a question, uncle. If mom says she busy trying to get justice, why you ain't trying to get custody? Your nephew is y'all the only family they got left. I'm gonna flip that on you. Why aren't you trying to get him? If she's so bad and everybody knows she's bad, why have none of y'all stepped up to try to get custody? Especially when she was online. Y'all saw the viral video, so I'm sure y'all saw her live at CPS. Y'all couldn't drive there and be like, yo, this is my grandson, this is my nephew, I'll take him. Y'all didn't do that? Y'all were watching.
The streets, because she literally fucked my mom a week ago on Facebook. And if she tries to do something to us, we're gonna have to go to her. We're God-fearing people. So we don't even want to have to get into that mindset. But she doesn't even know what she's messing with. My mom's a black belt. She don't know what she's messing with.
Our mindset is to be defensive, be prepared.
All right. I want to hear
I don't like firearms.
I want to hear from Cousin. Cousin has been silent. So, and somebody in your family, Judy is backstage. Who's that?
You talking to me?
Somebody backstage named Judy. Who's that?
I don't know, Judy.
Listen to this part, y'all. This is how crazy this old woman is.
Hey, do you know who Judy is? Let me just see. Who's this? Judy. Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay.
I'm looking at the toxicology report. After 8 hours of the dialysis that he had my son on, he had 13 mgs of fentanyl and 3.3 mgs of non-fentanyl, and tested positive for the acetafentanyl. And no cocaine detected. No cocaine detected. No cocaine detected.
No alcohol. You ain't saying nothing about alcohol either. Y'all said she put it in alcohol. You didn't mention alcohol in there at all.
Fentanyl.
You said it's your acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, which is typically mixed in with Percocet, ma'am. It makes it go in quicker. That's the prescription way. But with the fake Percocets, they still have the Tylenol in there, but they got fentanyl instead of the opiate. Whatever opiate they fucking use in Percocets. It's fentanyl, which kills people.
So they put it in a liquid after they attacked It's a 10 mgs of fentanyl and 3.3 mgs of non-fentanyl, and tested positive for the acetafentanyl. And no cocaine detected. No cocaine detected. No cocaine detected. He's straight fentanyl. The boy said they put it in a liquid after they attacked him. And the boy, Taylor Salmons, who was jealous of my son, who had once dated someone my son had dated, he
was jealous of your son. So the whole town didn't like your son. It was a big conspiracy.
Forced it on my son. And then
y'all might as well go apply for the police department since y'all so good at this shit.
They both had the nerve to go buy a Cadillac just like my son's after they killed him. They had conversations that let you know that they did it. They were running from people. They had guns. She was at his grandmother's house. His grandmother's now dead. In his grandmother's house trying to fix guns, looking behind their back when they're driving and videotaping this stuff. There was a reason he was afraid. No one was after him. The wicked fear when they run when nobody's chasing them.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you right there. We're gonna hear from Cousin, and then we're gonna get into some of the receipts that you sent in. I don't know what Lex is saying in the chat, but I want to hear from Cousin, and then we'll get into some of the receipts that you have.
Can y'all get the moderators to get her out of here?
No.
Yeah, because we can't even say nothing to them. There's been a lot saying over there.
She's talking to my mom, and I got a dead brother, so I want her out of that chat. This is too traumatic for my mom.
Okay, so right now, just don't look at the chat at all. Just don't look at the chat and just focus on just talking here. Don't look at it.
I'm here for support with my family. I know what is being told and what's being said, so I wasn't too involved into the story, but I do want justice for my cousin. I also just want to be here to support my family and what they're going through. I would like to also say that
she kept it 100. Like, I don't know. I just know what's being said. I don't really know if this shit true or not. That's 100.
A Lifetime movie. I see a lot of people saying that this is Lifetime. This is real. This ain't got no channel to this. So that's all disrespectful. I see a lot of things. I can't even comment for some reason. That might be a good thing. I just want my aunt to be heard today.
You're respecting me. That's why you're not saying anything.
Exactly. So with all due respect, that's why I'm silent, because I want her to have the show, because she needs to be heard. This is her story. So for the people in the background, if you know, you ain't gotta watch, you ain't even gotta comment, you can move around, because this is not no joke.
Okay, the person Jay clicked on, I haven't given the link out to anybody but you guys. So this has to be somebody that I haven't given the link out to anybody but you and Anna. So the Jay person clicked on again. I don't know who that is. Are you guys expecting somebody else to click on?
No, that might be that girl playing games.
I didn't give her the link. She don't have the link.
Oh, okay. That's all I can.
Well, no, I put the link on Facebook. I asked my son's friends to join in, and I put the link.
Who's Jay? Who's this? That keeps on. I don't want to block you. Who are you? Hello, Jay. Unmute your mic. Jay. Okay, let me just block this person. I don't know who that is. Oh, I kicked them off right when they were unmuting their mic. Sorry. Okay, so let's get back to this story. I understand that it's triggering. It is. Somebody said Jay is in the audience. I don't know who Jay is. I didn't share the link to nobody, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what is going on. Yeah, so it's not. It's not.
Link on her Facebook.
It has to be whoever she gave the link to, because I didn't give the link to anybody. All right, so boom. Now let's get back to the story. So you feel. You had a couple of receipts that you wanted to share. There was one. Okay, Jay is back. Who is this? It's making me mad now. Who is Jay? Hello, Jay.
Hey, we watching the show.
Who are you?
We watching the show.
Okay, this is somebody that you
playing games. Ain't nobody got time for that either.
So, anyways, okay, because I knew it wasn't something nobody that I gave it to, so that's why I'm like, who is this? I don't know if it's y'all family or something. So anyway, they playing. Yeah. So if you could delete whatever post you put up, because
yes, we do that now. Just a moment.
Yeah. I don't never share the link publicly unless I'm putting it in the YouTube chat for everybody to come on. Then, because then it'll confuse me about like what's happening here. Okay. All right. So there was what was it? There was a.
So far, so good. We 52 minutes in. It's pretty much a 3-hour interview, but y'all just watching. Does it seem like Neek attacked her Does it seem like she ambushed her? Does it
Who
seem like
attacked
she was
the mama?
Yeah, because that's what the
No.
mama claimed in her cease and desist, that she baited and switched her, and she was rude during the interview and set her up and act like she wanted justice for her son. I don't hear it.
I don't see that so far. I think she's trying to keep control over her panel and not just letting her say any and everything that can get her in trouble.
Absolutely. She ain't want to be like Philly Phil.
Right.
Message that you wanted to share that she sent to your son. So let me see if that's in my phone. We'll go to that so that we can kind of get back on track here. Let me see.
I hate this video right now. I'm not taking pictures of it though. Damn.
Oh, here I have the card that Alex has from his probation officer.
Facebook.
It's on 3/11/20 at 1 o'clock. He dropped clean. I have this card, and I don't know if you can see it on here or not.
Okay, so when you say he dropped clean, what does that mean?
It means there's absolutely no drugs in his system.
Was he ever a drug addict before?
No. At most, he had marijuana. He learned it from people around him. He had marijuana.
The most he had was marijuana, and he learned it from people around him. No accountability. He ain't done nothing wrong. It was everybody else around. He was perfect. But his rap sheet long as Winchester.
Was he ever a drug addict before?
No. At most, he had marijuana. He learned it from people around him. He had marijuana. And the Reese person, the cousin, their family, and I can protect them. They sell it and try to get my son to sell with them. I also have the messages about that. The police have it as well.
Okay, so in 2015, she said that in 2015...
She got messages on everything.
Your son overdosed in 2015.
June 14th, 2014. They had already threatened his life. Family members, the same ones he forgave, and they were around when...
Was your son a drug addict? No. He overdosed in 2015. She got an excuse for why he overdosed.
Overdosed in
2015. June 14th, 2014. They had already threatened his life. Family members, the same ones he forgave, and they were around when he died. They threatened his life on Facebook. We have that. And I talked to Sasha Ray, the one that ended up with him dead. She was always the person around, about them handing my son a pill. They handed him that pill. I believe they expected him to die, but he survived it. He told me what happened. I went into my messenger and I spoke to him and Donald.
She handed him the pill, but he didn't have to take it, ma'am. She gave it to him. They did not force him to take the pill. What does they already threaten his life have to do with him popping a damn pill? Why was he still around him if they threatened his life? This shit ain't making sense, Reverend.
Davis was her brother who had him.
Pause. Okay, so in 2015, because she said she didn't meet your son until 2017, 2018, so I'm confused right there.
She probably met him the beginning of 2018 or late 2017.
So how the fuck she got anything? Well, it ain't got nothing to do with her. It's somebody else.
She said she didn't meet your son until 2017, 2018, so I'm confused right there.
She probably met him the beginning of 2018 or late 2017.
Okay, so 2015. Okay, so we gotta go through it just a little.
2015 does not exist in this topic. It was 2014, June 14, 2014. I had the medical record. I'm highly involved in my children's life. I homeschool my kids. I'm very close. We talk to each other every day, and we always say we love each other before we hang up or before we finish texting.
Okay, so 2014. Did he do drugs in 2014?
No, he did the drug they handed to him.
What the fuck? Truth, you gotta say something. Did he do drugs in 2014? Nope. He did the drugs they handed him. What the fuck is this, Truth?
She's probably saying that before they handed him the drug that they handed him, which I don't understand why he would take the drug if he was not on drugs. But listen, Trey, you got to understand for me, this is a grieving mother who's trying to plead a case. She believes her son was killed. I mean, yeah, the story is all over the place, and a lot of it is not making sense. But in her mind, as a grieving mother, she believes her son was killed. Now that statement, like I said, the only way that it would make sense to me is if she's saying before they handed him that drug, he did not do drugs. But my thing is, if he never did drugs, why would he take something that they hand him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And she wouldn't know if he did drugs any damn way. Cause I talked to him like, yo, what kids say? Hey, mom, I'm finna go get some pills today. I'm finna get some coke today.
Yeah.
I'm finna go get me some weed.
Yeah, you know, typically that's not a conversation somebody's gonna have with their mama. But you know, I get it. That's all I'm gonna say. I get it. But I'm listening.
She laughing. Did your son do drugs? No, he did the drugs they handed him.
I homeschool my kids. I'm very close. We talk to each other every day. And we always say we love each other before we hang up or before we finish texting.
Okay, so 2014, did he do drugs in 2014?
I got a question. Where is your son's father during this conversation? Why is he not a part of the panel unless he's deceased? If he's alive, why is he not part of this panel? Your son is up there, your cousin up there, you mentioned your 2 daughters, you ain't mentioned his dad.
No, he did the drug they handed to him.
Right. What was he on probation for?
Man, hold on. She gonna tell it, because people in the chat was asking like, wait a minute, y'all talking about some, he dropped clean, what he was on probation for. She gonna tell y'all. It gets crazy. It get crazy, truth. This is wild. That's why I hate it came down. I think Nick is clapping somewhere like, get this, just play it. I had to take it down, but I can't stop other people from, doing their commentary and stuff on it.
She had to take this down?
She ain't have to. She went on and did it because she was saying that this lady, like she said, the other dudes, the first twins' name, and she said she was getting contacted by a lot of people's names she was saying in this thing. Like she just said Reese. She was like, I can't protect him, but they family sell drugs and they tried to get, she was just doing a whole bunch of name dropping, and she saying these people calling, want to get their voice. This lady talking about cease and assistant, the lady that doxed her and Simply and Just Anna. It's just, it's a lot. She's like, I ain't got time for this shit. Because to be fair, if she came up there and talked shit about them, then all the other people want to come on the sides of a platform and speak their voice to it. And she just ain't got time for it. So she said she may put it up if she takes the time to go through and edit all the names she said, but she like, that's gonna be hell. It's a 4-hour video, it's a 3-hour video. You gotta listen to the video and then chop out each part. I told her that. I typed it in the chat. The transcript makes it simple. But you still gotta edit at that point.
Yeah.
You gotta edit it, and it's damn near, the YouTube editor is so fucking hard to work. It's damn near better using another app doing that shit when you got to make a whole bunch of cutouts, which she gonna have to do for 3 hours. She said she may put it up.
Wow.
But the media is undefeated though. But she's done 2 lives talking about this situation since the end of the interview, because apparently the lady started, I don't know if she cussed her out on the live or started texting her going live, but it went left.
Oh, okay.
So
hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, hit the PayPal, buy an album, join a membership. I think that's all of them.
For that, he did. So somebody handed him a pill. How old was he?
Yes, let me clarify. So he was still underage back in 2014. He was still underage.
That's a lie. There was a grown ass man in 2014. If I'm not mistaken, they're gonna tell us the truth.
Those people, the reason I know it's kind of murky, but the reason why my mom's mentioning this is because those people in 2015 were there when he died. They were literally there on the scene. So that's why it's relevant that he died kind of like in that same way. But during that time, he was still underage. and they gave him some. He didn't know what that stuff was. Just to clarify.
I protected my children, and they were made fun of by being protected. These are the things I protected them from, so they wouldn't be statistics. He went around Reese, who was my nephew's son. My nephew.
Because you're saying Reese. My nephew's son.
Who has a child near that I protected them from, so they wouldn't be statistics. He went around Reese, who was my nephew's son. My nephew has a child near the age of my son.
How old was he in 2014?
20. He was born in 1994.
He was 20 in 2014, and the brother just said he was a damn minor. Why? Why would the brother say that? He said it more than once. Let's skip the brother back. Fuck it. We ain't too deep.
Kind of like in that same way, but
we're gonna get this whole thing out. Not tonight, dude. Not tonight. We're gonna get it out. Going down the rabbit hole.
I was mentioning this is because those people.
So before that, he did. So somebody handed him a pill. How old was he?
Yes, let me clarify. So he was still underage back in 2014. He was still underage. So those people, the reason I know
he was legal drinking age. What do you mean by that?
It's kind of murky. But the reason why my mom's mentioning this is because those people in 2015 were there when he died. They were literally there on the scene. So that's why it's relevant that he died kind of like in that same way. But during that time,
this is way before Lex ever came into the picture. She didn't know him at this time. And it's still your family you claiming did this. Because it's your nephew's son.
He was still underage and they gave him something. He didn't know what that stuff was. Just to clarify.
I protected my children, and they were made fun of by being protected. These are the things I protected them from, so they wouldn't be statistics. He went around Reese, who was my nephew's son. My nephew has a child near the age of my son.
How old was he in 2014?
20. He was born in 1994.
So he wasn't underage at 20.
No, he wasn't underage. He was just with them. He was at their house, and they handed him that pill. And it's going in that report.
So at 20, you don't think your son knew about Percocets, Molly Percocets, mask off, Percocet. You don't think your son knew about pills? I've been to Mushroom Mountain once or twice, but who's counting? But nothing compared to blue and yellow, purple pills. Come on, ma'am. It's been a whole opioid epidemic going on in the U.S. since 2001. You ain't think, man, y'all are being naive. I get it, but y'all are being naive.
Forced the pill on him. He took the pill.
Yes, he took it. He tried to fit in.
So when he took this pill in 2014, it caused him to go to the hospital?
It caused him to die. And they didn't call me until he was in the hospital, like they did before. Like when he died this time, they did that. And the guy on January 2022, months before they actually killed him, the guy that was in that hotel room, the only person able to put anything in their liquid, he filmed them and he called her. And I asked him, how do you get the number? He said, in your son's phone. No, you don't have his password because that phone is actually mine. He had to borrow it because the girl kept destroying his phones. He borrowed my phone and he didn't have that password. He knew to call her. He had the number, but he didn't get it from my son's phone.
He knew to call. Okay, so
Sasha Ray. I'm sorry.
Wait. Okay, yeah. So the person, because I don't want to say too many names. I don't want to.
Okay, let me fill you in.
There's twice. I don't want to say no bad names. I want to have all these extra people calling me and shit.
Sasha Ray is the daughter. Sasha Ray. I'm sorry. SS is the daughter of the babysitter that she talked about. That was drunk when my son picked up the kids, and they had an incident where the kid got burned over there or somewhere near.
Wait. Like again, I know this is very triggering for you, and I know it's emotional, and I know that you have a lot to check out. But I want everybody to be able to follow because it sounds like we started on 2015, and then you start talking about.
Okay, I'm just telling you who the people are.
Right, right now. Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Well, they're using my name. The chick kept saying my name, so let's say their names. Sasha Ray is the daughter of Robin Fisher, who was
But they ain't saying your name on YouTube, though, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about them. There nobody saying that shit on Facebook, getting 3 people to watch. This woman has a channel with over 300,000 subs. It's how she makes her money. It's her business. It's her brand. And you gonna say no, let's say their names. Even still now, Nick did not get rude with her. If I'm not mistaken, Nick is from the beef sector. She ain't get rude with her. The beef sector came out after this interview, but she ain't get rude with her. But the lady just said, "Nah, fuck what you talking about. Let's say their names."
Babysitter who was an alkie.
Nick to put her hand on her face.
The boy that was with my son when he died and lied and said he was in the house. Then the mother later said he was also affected. So they filed a police report, and this woman is now serving time for other things, but not for killing him. So this last report, he's saying, the police said it when he called me, that his mother said he was in the car. That case is about that. And also want to touch on the other girl she spoke about. This other girl didn't kill anyone. Her boyfriend and her boyfriend's friend.
Wait. You have to, okay, so wait. Okay, so listen. Whenever, okay, so.
But it has to do with
it. Just live.
It has to do with it.
Wait. Okay, so anytime I present information, you have to like, even though I did the live, I conducted the live, I talked to her, I know things that she said, the audience, they don't know what you're talking. So you have to kind of tell them like, okay, so in her interview, she mentioned this person, this what happened, this is the allegation she said. And then you have to kind of like, you can't, like the audience doesn't, you know, it's a lot of.
They don't know the backstory. They don't know the backstory. So yes, let me give you the backstory. She stalked and harassed me before giving away the children using a profile called Justice for Us. It is a profile she used to harass another girl who she thinks is named Nashe Parks. Her name starts with an S. Her boyfriend had killed a man, and her boyfriend's friend killed a man in defense, from what I understand. The man, according to the news, that's all I know, the man came to their house shooting in the apartment. The 2 other men came out and shot him. They shot him in the head. She was telling you that girl, they arrested her, but they let her go because she was innocent. It happened at her house. They let her go. But she's saying to you, and what she was saying to me when she was menacing me, telling me I can't get my son back, but she has her son, and I showed the police record of the girl, which I already had and knew about. She said that she killed my son like she killed that man. She didn't kill the man. That man was shot and had nothing to do with any drugs. He came shooting. Okay, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but she's making up these lies as she goes. She's making up lies as she goes.
Right. Okay. But okay. So the audience there. Okay. So so Jonathan, if you could chime in to kind of give us a reset, because she knows who these characters are, but we have to kind of like, if we're introducing a person into the story, like you have to start and then, you know.
Okay. So let me just clear this up. I think we need to move on from 2014. Again, there's a lot going on. And my mom, she's really trying to bring everybody into the story so she can give you relevance as to those same people being around when he was dead. So I do want to clear something else up real quick. I got his age a little bit wrong, but at that time, when he took that pill, just to let y'all know, like, he tried a drug or whatever it was, that's that. But that's no relevance on when he died, because I keep trying to let y'all know. He was on probation, and just so I know what he's on probation for, because somebody asked about that. I was telling Nick this before the interview, but he actually stole a TV. He got a felony. He stole a TV.
True! Wake your ass up. This the answer you was looking for.
I'm not asleep. I heard he stole the TV, damn.
No, fuck that. It's the reason he stole the TV that took me out. It's the reason.
I didn't hear that.
I know. That's why I had to wake you up to just let you know we had that pod, right?
I am adamantly listening to this interview.
So I know what he's on probation for, because somebody asked about that. I was telling Nick this before the interview, but he actually stole a TV. He got a felony. He stole a TV. There was a guy in the neighborhood. He was like a neighborhood rapist. Excuse me. Sorry.
In the neighborhood rapist.
Wait a minute.
Are you following Drew?
Wait. Trey is not funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's stupid.
So the guy that he stole the TV from was the neighborhood rapist?
Yes. Oh, it gets better though. It gets better though.
Okay.
But he actually stole a TV. He got a felony. He stole a TV. There was a guy in the neighborhood. He was like a neighborhood rapist. Excuse me. Sorry. Neighborhood R word. And he actually, that guy propositioned my brother's friend who was a female. And so he thought he was getting street justice, stole the TV. And even the guy who he stole the TV from, you know, he tried to...
Yeah, you can come out mute now, Truth. Yeah. So the way he got entangled up with the neighborhood rapist was the neighborhood rapist propositioned his friend. Now, we don't know if this was a grown woman or not.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was. He stole the TV. He was a felony and all that. So I'm assuming the woman was an adult. Why the fuck is that a problem that the neighborhood rapist propositioned her? Proposition mean he had some money for it.
But what does that have to do with stealing the TV?
How do you have a neighborhood rapist?
And everybody know he the neighborhood rapist and he still there. Motherfucker wouldn't still be around me. But
right.
Okay, so why did he still wait a minute. So he don't have a felony. So he don't have a felony for whooping the neighborhood rapist ass. He got a felony for stealing his TV?
Yes, there's street justice. Give me your TV, nigga. You won't ever ask the fucking hoe again.
Okay. All right.
If that story is true, they don't think that brother was that they loved one was on drugs.
You know, normally people on drugs, they go to stealing shit. I'm just saying, man, like, oh, this is crazy, Trey. Why did you have to cover this story? Oh my God.
Cause they did my nigga Nick wrong, man. Nick didn't do that. I got to show the world Nick didn't do nothing. That old lady is over there running amok.
She's not running amok.
She is fucking with folk.
Oh Lord, okay.
He stole a TV. There was a guy in the neighborhood. He was like a neighborhood rapist. Excuse me. Sorry. Neighborhood R word. And he actually, that guy propositioned my brother's friend who was a female. And so he thought he was getting street justice, stole the TV. And even the guy who he stole the TV from, you know, he tried to say, hey, you know, he didn't do it. You know, he did try to, you know, say my brother didn't do it. He didn't want him to go to jail. But the person my brother did it with pretty much snitched on him. So that's why he was on probation. And he was on probation up until...
So two niggas went to get street justice by stealing a flat screen? Was it 4K? I don't get this street justice at all. They did not slide on this man at all. They slid his TV off the mount.
Wow.
And so he got a felony. The rapist dude, so the neighborhood rapist, he ain't want to snitch on y'all loved one. But he was cool snitching on the other nigga. But the other nigga had just went on and told anyway. Why did the neighborhood rapist tell on one and not the other? That doesn't make any sense.
He died. So, in order to meet the demands of the probation, he couldn't do any drugs, no weed, no nothing. So, y'all got to keep this in mind. He continuously had to do drug testing.
Alcohol either, that's included.
Really just want to clear this up. He continuously had to do random drug testing. So, he was not a drug addict. So, I just want to put that out there. That being said, I think we need to move on from 2014. My mom is trying to make it make sense. But as of right now, we're just responding straight to Alexis. All of this stuff that's going on right now has to do with Alexis. And like I said, just before she did that viral video, she used that burner account to taunt my mom. So she was already on one. Whatever she was planning, she was really ready to scorch the earth with all this evilness that she's doing. So y'all need to know, this is a negligent mother who literally recorded it. Y'all see the video yourself. So y'all know we're not lying. She literally showed y'all. CPS sees it, the cop sees it, but they're not doing nothing about it. So every time when my mom does have any type of custody or any type of bearing on my nephew's life, all CPS tries to do is place him back in her household. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So even though they see all of this, they think they're doing what's in the best interest by placing him back with the mother, but they're endangering all 5 of those kids. So we're dealing with a person who has severe mental illnesses, who is threatening people's lives, and who said on video, and Mom, hopefully you can pull up those receipts, who said in recordings, text messages, and everything.
Hopefully you can pull up them receipts. Because he don't know if they exist neither. He just was told it by his mom.
That she did it. And when he was poisoned the first time, she said, next time there's no coming back. She literally said, she implicated herself. Nobody's blaming her. She did it herself.
This man had an overdose in 2014. He was poisoned within the past 5 years. It's just... So he had an overdose, he was poisoned, and then he overdosed again. And it's all within a 10-year span. And y'all still don't think he was doing drugs. It's everybody else's fault. It was everybody around him.
So nobody's trying to put the blame on nobody. She literally saying, ha, 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 I killed you.
And she tried to get him to delete his messages, and she would unsend some of them. I have that, and I showed that to the detective. He wasn't being thorough. He was too focused on whatever they were saying. But normally, a detective will look at the closest people to the person that died or was killed. They didn't do that too well. They were looking at...
She was in Miami. What the fuck? She in a whole nother state. Y'all are in Ohio. She was in Miami. And then the FBI intervened.
Everybody that they were saying did that.
Okay, so the people, they want to see the messages.
The reaction show to this, because after this show ended, they had a reaction show, and some of Beef Sector's OGs came up there, and they was not having it. They was like, this lady is full of boo-boo.
What's
I
wrong
think that's what really made her mad. Yusuf, and I think it was Yusuf something. It was about 5 or 6 of them up there. I don't remember all the names. I do remember him because they had, him and Tommy that had words before, when people in the chat was shocked they was up there and not going at each other.
You gonna react to them?
I think she put that one on members only, and the part she got out is with just her and Tommy.
Oh, okay.
Because, so how I normally do it is I start from the beginning and then we bring up the receipts as we go along. Like I try to keep it,
Yes.
in order so that it doesn't get too confusing and going back and, bouncing from here to there to there to there. So that's why I try to I wanted to start from the beginning of the story, how you met her, how you came to know her, your son got with her, how things went from there, and then introduce the timeline that way. And then you can introduce the receipts. Like that's kind of easier for the audience to follow.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
the complicated thing about it, and I'll do it, I have to make a copy and blur it with my Nimbus program so that I can hide people's names and numbers the way that you'd like me to do on these.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just want to chime in, and somebody said something about the family having a criminal background. No, my mom had custody of him, but what I keep trying to tell y'all is they think it's in the best interest to place the child with the mother. That's why they're doing it. So nobody in my family has a criminal record. We're all educated, intelligent people. My mom's nobody. Like I said, that TV thing, they put him with a felony. That's how the system does. They gave him an F something.
Dang. See, they omitted a lot of evidence. Let me drop Anna's. Let me drop Anna link again. Yeah, she got videos. I think she's done 2 videos, and she got a commune wall where you can see the some of the criminal record, just some of it. That's why the way they is portraying their love for it is crazy, because they know this man's rap sheet, and they can say, "But my folks wasn't perfect, but she ain't shit." We can understand that. He had his problems, she got her problems too. He ain't here no more. She still fucked up. We need to be trying to get the grandbaby. Y'all are not gonna make the police open to, I think y'all are failing to realize when the FBI fails to find something, ain't no local or ain't no city police or state police gonna come in and think they know better than the damn FBI. I'm sorry, they're just not.
Still on the TV. That's how the justice system works. It is what it is. That's the situation with that. But no, the reason why we keep trying to tell y'all, they keep trying to place the children back with the mother. Like she's telling, this is why she's frustrated, because they keep giving the kids back to her. She don't want them. Why y'all think she's frustrated? She literally did that as a cry for help. She wants y'all to see. She wants y'all to see like, yo, I don't want these kids.
Okay,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
At this point is when it's easier for you guys to go in and get them, though. Like in the past, they kept.
No, it's not that easy.
Damn, I said the same thing. I'm like, after this viral video, y'all should have went to CPS when she was there. Hey, y'all should have beat her there. Did y'all call her? Cause she was saying any of the daddies want them. Did y'all call that day?
It's not that easy. I have the most recent recording.
Point is when it's easier for you guys to go in and get them, though. Like in the past, they kept.
No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I have the most recent recording and I recorded that conversation for this very reason. I have a recording, me calling the supervisor. I called 5 days in a row. When she took the kids into CPS and ended that life, I called and I asked them to send him to me. They told me I had to do new fingerprints since the time they sent him back from that 2022 and took him back to her. They said I had to do new fingerprints. When I called them in, I said, I'm on my way to do the fingerprints. Do you need to come do a walkthrough? They said, no, we made other arrangements. That's what.
What do they need fingerprints from you for? She took the kids up there. Normally the next of kin is who they call first. They typically call the next of kin.
Yeah, they typically will call. They'll call. Well, I'm not sure in another state, but normally they will call her family members. If they can't get any of her family members, they'll call the dad. If the dad is not available, then they'll call the dad's family. It's a protocol, but what other arrangements was made? Were they placed with somebody that was not family?
They told her she need fingerprints. Well, remember Lex said, she said they gave her a weekend on Tummy's show, but Neek said on her show, she said it was a gag and she got them placed with the friends. Because remember, I don't know, it was a video, maybe was it Tummy? Oh yeah, on Tummy, she was saying that people started reaching out and she was like, oh shit, I do remember you and I do know you. And she said the babies with some of them. People she ain't talked to in forever just started reaching out and she just had to leave the kids. That still make her ain't shit in my book.
That don't make sense though for them to put the kids with a friend instead of other family. That's crazy.
No, that's what Amora did. CPS didn't do nothing. Cause remember on Tummy show, she said she ain't.
It didn't have anything to do with CPS. It's just who she chose to get them.
Absolutely, because Amora said she don't have an active case, but then she lied and said that they was putting them in foster care or some shit they had. But so you're not in foster care if you don't have an active case.
Right.
So the little girl is still out here lying. But grandma, what they said they need fingerprints from you. You called and said, "Can I get the baby?"
What's the purpose of fingerprints? I can see if she said DNA. What's the purpose of fingerprint?
And they already have fingerprints on her on file.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They already have fingerprints of her on file. She said they told her they need to update them. Like she getting booked in process.
Oh, okay. Like this, oh my God.
This what this lady said. We don't know if this shit true or not. We wasn't there. That's why the audience was not going. They had questions.
Go back to her. They said I had to do new fingerprints. When I called them in, I said I'm on my way to do the fingerprints. Me calling the supervisor. I called 5 days. Not that easy. I have the most recent recording and I recorded that conversation for this very reason. I have a recording of me calling the supervisor. I called 5 days in a row. When she took the kids into CPS and ended that life, I called and I asked them to.
Why the fuck didn't you take your ass up there while she was on the live, man? Fuck calling. Why did you not drive up there? If you cared, you would have drove. You called 5 days in a row. But that's also, she told Amora that, and Amora, when she was like, the woman I'm gonna interview tomorrow said she called CPS and they said it ain't no record of your kids there, and Amora was like, this the gag.
Sent him to me. They told me I had to do new
So she
fingerprints since the
called
time they
them and
sent them
stuff.
back
Why
from that
didn't she go?
2022 and took them back to her. They said I had to do new fingerprints. When I called them in, I said I'm on my way to do.
So you had fingerprints 2 years ago and they told you they need new ones? That don't make no sense. They got your fingerprints in 2022.
Fingerprints don't change ever. Like, I don't understand that part.
Like, see if you was going to jail and they used to go always do fingerprints, whether you in the damn system or not. They just gonna do them. But this, for you going to get custody, they need a new set when they already got some, because you already in the system as being a caretaker for this child before.
They told me I had to do new fingerprints since the time they sent them back from that 2022 and took them back to her. They said I had to do new fingerprints. When I called them in, I said, I'm on my way to do the fingerprints. Do you need to come do a walkthrough? They said, no, we made other arrangements. That's what they did. I have to file for custody outside of the court. I have to use her last known address and then take it from there. This is somebody that is not a reasonable person. We are not criminal type people. In fact, when Alex stole that TV, Reese just started coming around. That's what occurred. We don't do those kind of things.
Now she blaming it on, so I guess Reese was with him when he stole the TV. Reese also, they said, gave him the pill. Reese wanted him to sell drugs. And this is your nephew's son. You don't mind throwing your nephew's son under the bus. You said, fuck his image.
I took time as a single mother of 4 children to homeschool my kids. I taught them about God. I'm not no crazy person. My father's a bishop and my mother is an evangelist. This is my life and I'm filled with the Holy Ghost. She wouldn't know what that is. But I am adamant about giving my children the best outcome spiritually and as Black people. I educated them and made sure they went to college. Alex was the only one. He had a hard time. He struggled. He was born early. His father attacked me and I carried him without.
Oh, here we go. Alex is the only one that was the fuck up, but she didn't want to say that. But bruh said that he was in college when he died. But Alex is like that because he was born early because his daddy attacked me.
Placenta, all the way up to the college. Alex was the only one. He had a hard time. He struggled. He was born early. His father attacked me and I carried him without placenta. All the way up to the age of 11, I was his nurse 3 times a day.
She carried him without a placenta. Is that possible? The placenta is the thing that the baby is inside, right? And feed off of the afterbirth.
Oh, Jesus.
How the baby get the nourishment, the umbilical cord and all of that is just all one thing, and he was outside of it? Okay.
I'm Googling.
Well, she had a lot to say. You sad with 7 minutes in.
Hey, he would get sick enough to die, and I would have to take him to the emergency room for oxygen because he had low surfactants in his lungs. I don't like to talk about what his father did because I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to do that. And when she said to him, they killed his father, they talked about—
You don't mind bashing Reese and Amora and the SS girl, Sasha Ray or whatever the fuck her name was, Sansa Ray.
His father, like they did my son, and somebody probably did. What happened was there was a mixture of medication he had. They said that he put it with something. I got the coroner report. I didn't know—
mixture of medication.
Something like that, but I ordered it for my son.
Who did
his head
something?
exploded.
Wait, what? You talking about
ordered
that?
that for Alex. So Alex didn't know what killed his father. What happened?
Without this vital support, which is the placenta, the baby cannot grow and thrive. This can lead to low birth weight, premature birth, and birth defects. It also carries increased risk of complications for the mother.
That would be it. She said he struggled.
The baby can survive, but the baby will have issues.
His father—
Oh, that is deceased as well?
Yes, his father died in 2018.
Okay.
Anyway, Alex, he's an early baby, and he was just beginning to develop. And that's another thing. no matter how I tried to keep him away from those people, wrong people, which were basically his family, he kept going around them. And they're using what they have him do against him. People that met Alex, is a guy named Ghost. He's a white guy.
It sounds like it,
says that Alex is like, he's a gentle person. And he described, when he heard that Alex had died, he made that statement. Jimmy Urban, I invited him to join, but he must not be online. He's an older man in Toledo. They used to have my son over. They would cook with him and everything. And they even had a video of Alex fighting. Alex can fight. This girl wasn't just beating his butt. And I don't do things like flaunt that I'm a martial artist. She's a martial artist too, but not like me. I'm a martial artist. I don't walk around fighting like that. I just train.
She says she don't flaunt it, but she has it on her Facebook that she's trained in martial arts. But she don't flaunt it though.
All right. And I'm good at what I do. So I'm not afraid of her either that way. I'm not afraid of her in any way, but I do know she's dangerous.
Now she ready to fight at 60. You come on, hey, you can come on our, you could be one of the fighters on our reality show, Ass Whoopers.
Is that name?
I watch her play with them.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Ass Whoopers.
Who came up with that name? You?
I did. I just came up with it right then. Ass Whoopers. So we pulling up and giving ass whoopers.
Damn.
Insta whooping. Listen, wrapping around her head.
What year did her son die?
What year did my son die?
2020.
Ass whoopings on the go.
Ass whoopers on the go.
Ass whoopings on the go. Damn.
I'm just trying to see, did anybody add us in that community post saying they were gonna sign a release form? For all these people that don't like us, we're gonna provide the boxing gloves and everything. Unless y'all wanna go bare knuckle. But in the case y'all wanna do boxing gloves, we're gonna provide the gloves and everything. All you gotta do is participate on YouTube. It's getting recorded, damn it. It's for views.
March 14th, 2020. He died 2 days later. She didn't wait until he died and all that stuff. He died like a day later after I sent her out of the room. I sent her out of the room when I got there. The doctors, I asked them to please fight for his life. We prayed over him the whole time. My family, we stood around my son and prayed over him. His kidneys couldn't be sustained. They left him with that in him so long before they called that his kidneys were so damaged.
He was on dialysis and still drinking. On probation, fucked up kidneys, still drinking.
He couldn't live. Doctors, it took 3 doctors. They walked into the room one after the other and just pumped his heart. They were trying to make him live. And then they told me, look, he's not going to live. His kidneys keep shutting down. We did everything. You could hear them all the way down the hall, bashing his heart, trying to get him to live. March 14th is when he died.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the receipts portion of it so that people can see, because they hear what you're saying, but if you can show them like how you came to the conclusion. Because
unfortunately, y'all ain't going to be able to see the receipts. I think she going to read them though.
You know, a lot of times moms are passionate and they on the outside feel like, okay, this is a mom who doesn't want to accept certain things about her son. So if you show them and how you got to the point that you got to, that kind of would help. So
okay, I did share with you the screenshot of S. Miller telling me while my son was still alive. March 13th is on that message she sent that the boys, now they were with for visitation. So he's got a village, but she's leaving it out to whatever money she's trying to get from the public, she's trying to get. They were at visitation with their father, and they told their father what happened. She didn't tell me the message. She said, the boys had something to tell you. And I didn't get that message till after my son died. But my sister, she's my half-sister, and she really is my physical sister. We did a DNA. She's not my sister, but she's still like a sister. Angie, they got a hold of Angie, who her mother grew up around, and she came to the hospital to tell us they wanted to talk. And we got the information about what happened. And I don't know if you could see this. Can you see the kids said their mom took a break? This is from Shanice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hold on, real quick. So when Alexis made that video, my mom called CPS to get my nephew. She fixed the house up, everything. So she was ready to get my nephew. But again,
she fixed the house up, but she claimed he already had a room there. It wouldn't have been nothing to fix up. Y'all said she had him his whole life damn near. He had the room and everything. So what she had to fix up?
To place it back with the mother, and they wouldn't tell my mom anything. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The system here is messed up. She tried to get my nephew. So y'all don't understand what's going on. This is not TV. This is real life. There's processes in place. There's a justice system that is all messed up and all out of whack. We're under them. And on top of that, it's important that she gets locked up because she's admitting this stuff. It's important she gets locked up because she's toxic for those 5 kids and she's making threats. There's a murderer literally on the loose and she's telling y'all she doesn't want her kids. I'm gonna say it.
She did say she did threaten him. I'll agree with that. She did say, when I see my baby daddy, I'm a murk him and I'm for real. Can't play like that. Saying shit like that got real life consequences.
Yeah. When she made that video, it was a cry for help because CPS keeps giving the kids back and she don't want them. That's the problem.
Okay, so this receipt right here, I'm gonna turn off the chat for a second because I want you guys to get it.
But if she didn't want him, she wouldn't be fighting y'all so hard to get him back. She would just sign over her rights.
Track from the chat. So let me turn the chat off for a second because I feel like you guys keep getting sidetracked from it, and I'll it's better if you don't look at it at all. But let me just take it off right now.
Were you able to?
I was mad when she cut the chat off. I was in there. I was like, niggas ruin everything.
It's from who? Who's this from again?
The stepmother of the 2 older boys.
Okay, so this says the kids said their mom took a brick and hit him up the head. He fell. The kids mentioned their mom told them to go back upstairs, and they looked out the window, and their mom came upstairs, and someone was there babysitting them. It was the neighbors. The kids mentioned they saw their mom say that she had to go to the hospital and she'd be back. If this is what the kids saw, do you think there had to be neighbors who saw what happened that night? She possibly moved his body. And someone stated that Alex tried to get up but fell back down. So this is somebody telling you that they talked to her children, and that's what
her children said it.
Okay.
I couldn't redact that one that quickly. I redacted the names.
They would have been able to clarify this themselves, but they didn't want to come on, so.
Oh no.
Okay.
Her husband stated that he wanted to have an attorney present when he came, and I asked Shanice to please join this, and she didn't respond.
Okay, so this is the wife of the oldest children of Lex's. This is the wife of the oldest children's father.
2 older boys, yes. The 2 older boys are K and K. My grandson is 5 years old. He's 8. And the two little girls are Mr. E's children, and they're about 3 years old now. Her mother cared for them out of the hospital. CPS, she put them in. CPS sent them. My grandson was with me, and the 2 boys were with their father.
It's her shit missing.
And we all had custody papers in that case, but they gave her that, the whole thing is reunification. So they gave her the children back after a year and about a half. They gave her longer than most people to get it together.
Okay, so
that's still up there. Get a medical card. Even if she did drop from smoking weed, it wouldn't make a difference because she had a medical card, but she can get weed. It's illegal to it, but she has.
Okay, what is the next thing that you wanted to show?
Okay, let's see. That's so many things. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
Skipping to the bed.
Want me to clarify for the audience? Just because I was getting kind of caught up in the chat. It was getting me a little bit riled up. Is there anything in particular that you have any questions on that maybe you want me to clarify for the audience?
Okay, so
people getting caught up. She had to cut the chat off for this nose ass nigga to stop looking. She already had told you to stop looking at the chat. Why do y'all people do that?
just how you got, because, okay, so to me, just being honest.
Like, y'all would be the niggas that missed the free throws at the game because the crowd making noise. Nigga, shoot your goddamn free throw. It's just like you in practice. It's just you in the hoop. Ain't nobody else there. But y'all that missed the free throw because y'all won't, you missed it. Y'all gonna be mad at the nigga say, nigga. Y'all just gonna be thrown off. Fuck the chat. Shoot the free throw.
To me, it sounds like he did have a problem with using, but at the time of his...
I was so happy when she cut the chat back on. I was talking again. She cut the chat out. I was quiet. When she cut it back on, I was talking again.
Passing, he was on probation, so therefore he could not.
I was happy. He was probably upset though. He was like, fuck. Now I'm distracted again.
Damn.
Or should not have been taking anything. That's kind of what it sounds like. Again, I'm not there. I wasn't there. I don't know. But that's just kind of what it sounds like. Because as
hold on. People who's around. And that's what he did. And he got off of it. And for spiritual reasons, I insisted that he get, and I helped him as much as possible. I have a lot of mercy toward him too. And he was able to get off.
But I want to clarify this too, because I was very close with them. So that's a reasonable question to ask. And with everything that's been thrown out there, I know it's hard to dissect. So I want to try to help you out as much as possible because, again, I was very close to my brother, so I know
parents. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah. So exactly
this type of person, and they're together. It's kind of like
right. Yeah, let me touch on that. So let me tell you a little bit about Alexis, because you're talking about the type of person she was. The way she presented herself, he showed me pictures of her. It's like, oh, this is girl I met, and Alexis, she's a model. Hey, what you think? Because I do modeling too. So it's like, hey, what you think? I'm like, okay, she's kind of cute, blah, blah. It's like, okay, yeah.
I do modeling too.
She's like a SNL, whatever she did. And so she sounded like.
I do modeling too, and then earlier you said y'all see her, she ain't bad, but when he first asked you, you was like, oh, she's cute.
Because I do modeling too. So it's like, hey, what you think? I'm like, okay, she's kind of cute, blah, blah. It's like, okay, yeah, she's like a SNL, whatever she did. And so she sounded like a decent girl. Now, here's the thing about Alexis is,
he said, like, he'll go to a Diddy party. I'm just saying. Now that he said, I do some modeling too, I think he'll go to a Diddy party. I think he would.
She knows how to put on a sweet voice and a sweet accent. We didn't really know that much about her, and she was kind of quiet too, to be honest. Like, she was kind of quiet at first, so we didn't really know that much about her. So we brought her over to have dinner. I brought my girlfriend at the time, brought her over, and we all had dinner together. We were super quiet, didn't really say nothing. So we didn't really think much about it, but he was like, all right, what you think? I was like, well, she didn't really talk much, but she must be all right. Over time, this is what happens. Now keep in mind,
is your girlfriend a boy that identifies as a girl?
Oh God!
That's my kids.
I understand. He said he modeled.
I
do a little bit of modeling. His boy got soft as hell when he said it to him. Now he giving his backstory. What the fuck your girlfriend got to do? How did your girlfriend get inserted into this story? Y'all is some long-winded motherfuckers. Nick, you have the patience of Jesus.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you see his mom, they offer up a whole lot of details that's not necessary.
Yeah. Man.
This side of her didn't come out until after she was pregnant. Now, again, and I hope my mom has all these receipts. She's one of those type of,
we hope she got all the receipts because he ain't seen them neither. She just been told this by his mama. This is my second time saying this because that's what he keeps saying. I hope you got it, mama. Don't have us looking like no fool.
Seeing how she talked about all the dads. She's the type of person is once she gets pregnant and she has the kid, she thinks that it's going to keep the dad around. She does it as a mechanism, right? But I say this to say, after she gets pregnant, that's when the crazy comes out. Now here's the thing. Again, why was he around this crazy person?
It makes sense. She had her first child at 15 and the other one was 16. That makes sense. That's the logic of a child.
Keep in mind, the system, especially here, they're able to easily weaponize the child against the father. Since they were not married, she has default rights. He understands this because he's seen it. We got friends that have been in it, so many different situations. So him trying to be court.
Even if you married, she gives full rights. The daddy got to fight for custody in them cases.
It was pretty much only solely for his son, because I've literally yelled at him. Me and my sister argued with him, like, bro, why are you still talking to this girl? She literally hit him. Like,
you still was taking him over there. You enabled the ass whoopings and shit to go on because you was taking him there.
Physically, I mean, she's a small girl, so he would take it. Like, y'all seen her, she's skinny, super small, but she would literally abuse him. And it was a toxic relationship. Let's be real. It was a toxic relationship, but once the kid was involved, he did everything he could to try to stay in his life. So the incident back in 2014, 2015, that was a one-off. So when they gave him the pill or whatever it was, yeah, he tried it, yeah.
How was it a one-off and he overdosed and... Okay.
That was a one-off, but he wasn't like this continuous drug addict. The only thing he did was weed, and when he couldn't smoke weed, he switched to alcohol. But what did they do? Since they couldn't give him any drugs, they slipped it in his alcohol. And that's how he overdosed. It wasn't because he was taking any...
So what they had, liquid fentanyl? What are y'all saying here? But how did they get the fentanyl in the alcohol? Was it a pill? He ain't see the pill floating in his drink? The shit blue.
You know, well, yeah, but you know you can crush up the pill and put it in the drink tray. Come on now.
It's blue.
It don't matter. It depends on what color the drink is, sir.
Yeah, you're not gonna, the blue food coloring, the whatever dye they use in them pills ain't gonna go away. It's gonna be blue. They got all the excuses in the world. Apparently it's liquid fentanyl, maybe.
Crazy drugs and that like that. No, that's because they slipped it in. And there's messages with him literally messaging her like, yo, like, I think somebody put something in my drink. And she's laughing about it. So that doesn't sound like a person who like, took a drug. Like, this is somebody like, yo, like, how did this get in me? Oh, wait, I had a drink. It must have been a drink. So that's the situation there. Like, he wasn't like some hardened drug. And you can talk to anybody that knows him. Very intelligent, very clear mind. Like, he wasn't so like woozy drug addict. Like, this dude had a very clear mind. And that's why he had my nephew the majority of the time. Like, we got tons of pictures, videos.
If you listen to the mama,
guess what?
If you listen to the mama, and she talk about how he was born early and things, then she try to make it feel like he was a little slow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Then he got one of them fake perk 30s.
When she wanted to go to Miami,
they put that in there. They put it in his alcohol.
She would literally just drop him off and leave for weeks to go strip and make money and do whatever she wanted to do. She really didn't want those kids. She didn't want any of them. So that's what people need to understand. And again, I know I keep bringing this up.
How long were they dating before?
Before the kid? Before my nephew?
A month or two.
No, I forget, like, how long were they like walked up and weren't a couple no more?
Yeah, she got pregnant almost immediately, and the Lord showed me, and it's like, but I think don't see these things, but He showed me, Mom. And I messaged to her.
The Lord showed her. A lot of people don't see these things, but God showed her.
Before my nephew?
A month or two.
No, I forget, like, how long
the baby in October.
were they like walked up and weren't a couple no more?
Yeah, she got pregnant almost immediately, and the Lord showed me, and it's like, but I people don't see these things, but He showed me, Mom. And I messaged to her, letting her know I saw the death of that child, and then she confessed to me that she had been pregnant and lost it. First one, the Lord showed me what happened.
I want to answer the question real quick of how long they were together. So it was probably closer to about 2 years, but keep in mind, since it was toxic, it was on and off. So when they would get back together, and this is me telling you firsthand because I was his brother and we would have these deep conversations. He thought by getting back with her, that would pretty much soften her up to where she would be more open to letting him see the child. So he thought he was doing something to where, all right, you know what? Let me just be nice to her. Let me get back with her. Everything will be cool, blah, blah, blah. but it didn't work. She was still toxic. He bought her a ring before he died, everything. Like, he was really trying to make it work. So during the time, it might have been like a year and a half, 2 years, but a lot of time it was like on and off because she would beat him. Like, she literally like took the wiring out of his car. Like, she does some crazy stuff. But again, once my nephew was in the equation, he tried to back down so that he could have the rights that he needed for his son, because it's expensive. If she would have, taken the kids away like she had threatened to do, like just to spite him, it would have been thousands of dollars for him to try to get the rights. So he didn't even want to go through all of that. He thought he could take it, but as you can see, what happened, and she ended up killing him. But that's what happens in toxic relationships. And again, she said this herself. She put this. She
saying she killed this man.
Implicated herself. Nobody's blaming her and nobody's in denial. She said it herself. And the reason why the 2014 comes up, just to clarify some more, the same people that she's friends with, the people that gave him that pill all those times ago when he tried that drug or whatever it was. She's friends with those people, and she said, keep in mind,
she friends with him now because he probably introduced her to him. They his family. He was around them in 2014 when they gave him the pill. So chances are when he met her, he's still hanging with them. He introduced her to them. That's why they're friends, because all of them was still free. All of them was friends.
The words coming out of her mouth. She said they did the same thing or whatever to his dad. Now, obviously, she likes to try to say the most craziest stuff to try to get a reaction, but you got to understand, she's bringing it on herself. Like, she's trying.
So if you understand she be saying the craziest shit to get a reaction, you got to understand that that's what she was doing in the situation. You can't take her seriously on that, and then on everything else, say, well, she's just trying to get a reaction. Ignore it.
She literally was trying to provoke him into, like, hurting her. Like, he literally would just sit there.
Those receipts. So,
yeah, please bring them up. If you got a mom, you got to show these receipts.
I've got so many. That's the reason why I said, I don't know what you prepare for first, but then you're asking. So
that's what Nick also explained it to Tommy too. The day they did the interview wasn't supposed to be that day. It was supposed to be the day prior. But the lady was shucking and jiving. So to hear that you had almost 2 days to prepare for this, and you didn't have your receipts in order, it's a bit much. Because when he was just saying it, Nick said, we hadn't seen those receipts. Please show them, Mom. Her response, I didn't have time to prepare. I don't know what to show. Show all the shit you keep saying you got videos and screenshots of.
Yeah, please bring them up. If you got a mom, you got to show these receipts.
I've got so many. That's the reason why I said, I don't know what you prepare for first, but then you're asking. So I'll do that. I have so many.
And there's years of evidence, so y'all got to bear with my mom because she has it on a cloud, like literally a screenshot, everything. So it's a lot to go through.
These are the receipts right here. These are the receipts. Go to this is the case. Several people are on that. These are more receipts, and it's on a huge database that opened up to the police. Justice Violence is a huge database, and I collect stuff every day. So as we get this case together, I'm coming for her. I'm coming for her in court. There's going to be justice for my son. I'm even willing to forgive her, but she's going to have to answer this. Her Taylor Stoutlands, his name is, they call him Tay State. So when you heard did you hear the children, the big boy tell how his mother killed my son and Tay Spade forced that he said, sorry, but I'm not. That's Taylor Stoutlands. His name is Tay Sway. Okay, and I was talking to him.
Names and that is not.
I'm sorry. But
that's her third time telling her, stop saying fucking names. So everybody whose name was said by right want to call, they want to get their point across on the size of a platform too. They're like, she got off on us, man. 50,000 people saw this shit. Can we get our turn?
That's Taylor Stoutlands. His name is Tay Sway. Okay, and I was talking to him.
Names and that is not.
I'm sorry. But the little boy mentions the name in the video where he's telling how his mother killed my son. So these are not like just allegations. This is what the children are saying. And I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to listen to you. Your mother doesn't, she's going to say that I'm saying this or that. I want to know what happened to my son. And I found out these people were telling me what's going on. I keep giving it to the police. And what the prosecutor said was, maybe they won't believe them because they're kids. Kids grow up and remember what happened.
Your thing went out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay.
Said,
all right, so,
I said, kids grow up and remember what happened.
She told your son that, what you were saying, like he was already, like she was going to kill him or whatever?
Yes, and promised to do it again. Let me show you. After she told him that next time there's no coming back, she said, Tina will do it right. Well, it was to make it look like Martina had done it. But when I spoke to Martina after the murder of Alex, I was thinking she did it too.
Okay. I was trying to find the audio. I actually have audio on one of my devices.
And then you can explain what happened.
Okay. Well, Martina told me that she took a sip of her drink and she passed out. Alex told us the same thing. Alex said she cooked my drink. Alex said that she...
Why wouldn't you have your moderators block people that's disrespecting the guests on your show? It's hella wild for you to suggest they just don't read the comments. Number one, a lot of the comments are, I don't feel like some of people are saying disrespectful stuff or whatever, but there are some people who are asking genuine questions. So it's either I don't have no comments or I have comments. And everybody keeps telling me not to leave the comments off. They want to be able to comment. I don't normally take off the comments when I'm having an interview. I normally allow people to talk in the comments as long as they're being respectful. However, there are people who have genuine questions that may not favor what they're saying. That doesn't mean that they're wrong for their opinions. They just might not be, as colorful as, you would like them to be. But I don't think that it's either on or off. Either you want to be able to talk or you don't want to say nothing at all. Everybody's supposed to be able to talk in the chat. So that's why I say, instead of muting everybody and people not being able to have their opinion, then it's easier for them to just not look at it, because all the opinions won't be favorable. Even if I start blocking people, there still could be a comment. There's almost 2,000 people watching. I can't police 2,000 people. So it's either keep the comments on or keep the comments off, and we don't look at the comments or pay attention to the comments. It's not both. I'm not going to be on a blocking spree. I'm not about to do that. I don't do that regularly. That's not how I run my show. So.
Yeah, I definitely understand. And I know you want to leave it open for discourse. So I understand you've been very respectful. So and a lot of these questions, like people are going to ask, and like.
At the 1 hour and 29 minute mark and about 38 seconds, the son just said, Nick, you've been respectful.
I heard that.
I don't know where the mom's gripe is coming from, but it is another hour and a half left, so maybe there's something there. I don't sense it though.
Reasonable to ask. And I'll just to clarify, my only objection with Alexis is because she had her time to speak. So that's the only thing that I spoke on, because she had her time to speak, and I don't even want to see her, but I get it. And it just gets hard to look at those comments because it's still emotionally charged. Like, he was the youngest of all of us, and he's dead because of her.
Don't read them. If it's hard to look at, cut them off.
She taunted my mom like a week ago. So we gonna get a little bit riled up. But people talk what they don't know, but that's why I'm trying to clarify as best as possible. So
I get it. That I talk about having peace and not traumatized. This is traumatic for any parent, especially to have a person who the children said they saw killed your kid coming in your inbox and saying the things that she says, or coming at the time that my mother died and my son died. My mother, she'd be 112 now. My mother had me in her 40s. Might come and laugh at their posts on different occasions. This is throughout the years since my son had died. She would do that. She would use a petty label for that one. And Alex's heritage, by the way, is different. His whole background is different. My sister is a state senator, Patricia, and my mother is an evangelist. I think I told you that. She is a historic person with wings over Jordan Choir, and my father is bishop. So I'm not some Looney Tune Jesus freak that her sister said I am, or anybody else thinks that I am. This is my life. Ever since I was a little girl, I loved God. I love God. This is real to me. We minister.
You ain't love her when you was fucking getting them 4 kids. You didn't. You only loved them now because you celibate. You saving that pussy for Jesus. Just tell the truth.
And after my son died, some of the Christian music that he played for her, she was playing. I pretended, I guess, to know Jesus for a minute. we ministered to her. And anytime she needed help, I was there financially, such as cutting on her electricity or getting tags for her car. The day that I got tags for her car, she busted up my son's car and went on to strip. I got a tax for her car trying to help her get to a real job. I told her, look, you know, you're going to be a nurse aide. It may not be much, but it's a decent job. She didn't want to do that.
Okay.
And so after being so close to them, it's all about money. I taught my children to live for purpose. And the fact that I am committed to God the way that I am, I rear my children like whatever calling God gives you, whatever you have a passion about, just take God with you on that. Live for purpose, not for money. God provides everything we need. So the motive behind doing things is not
your thing is going in and out. It's like blurry. I don't know what's going on. It's blurry, and then you're coming in and out.
Motor mouth.
Can you hear me now?
No.
I can hear you, but it's like it's not clear.
It's not clear. Is it clear now?
No.
You're kind of freezing, like you're like pixelated a little bit, and you're freezing, and it's like not the clearest.
Okay. Now am I clear?
No.
Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, but you're frozen. But go ahead.
Okay. I'm saying that I raised my children to be about purpose, to do things because of a reason, not for money. I taught them as a mother that raised them as a single parent. I taught them to trust in the Lord and gave them an understanding that at a time of famine or when your money doesn't matter, God makes a way. He provides. So we don't live in things like they do. We don't live in things like they do.
You don't look now, but God messing with her stream because he knows she full of shit.
And I'm surprised at her mindset. I'm surprised at her mindset, but it's kind of what, people said that I protected my children. That's the reason why. I didn't want my children to be a statistic. As a single parent, they're going to be a statistic unless you take measures to try to prevent that. And I did. They came out great. My daughter has an MBA. My son has, at this point, he's been a manager just like Alex. Alex had really good jobs. He's a manager at several places and a model and had done many things in his life. And now he's finishing his bachelor's degree and will go for his master's. He had an accident at a store where he faced.
He's finishing his bachelor's and gonna be going for his master's. He got to finish the bachelor first. You got big plans for him, huh? He a model, man. We don't want to do that shit. He a model.
The one that has been talking, face discrimination. He faced discrimination, work.
Okay.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that.
Who we are.
Then the people will get lost. So I don't want. Kind of like trying to keep on. So let's get back to the receipts. I want to just show the receipts. So
he knows she lying. That's why he was like, "We don't want to talk about this." Nah, boy, Kevin.
This receipt up. The next thing that you want to show, that's in the background.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the one that's actually on my profile. That shows that he says that next time it's you're not coming back, and Tina didn't do it right this time, but that time.
Can you zoom? Can you zoom in on that?
Yes, my son. He took these screenshots, and again, like I said, he knew that they were trying to kill him. He gave me his passwords, so this is how I was able to see that he took this screenshot. This one, she's asking. I'm gonna make it bigger, and let me know if you can see it. Asking the man to kill him. And at this time, he's recovering from the last time they poisoned him.
It made it smaller. It made it smaller.
Okay.
He recovering from the last time they tried to poison him. Why was he still around these people?
It's still smaller?
Still with him.
Yeah, it's getting smaller and smaller.
Okay.
So do the opposite of whatever you're doing.
Okay.
So
I'm actually taking a screenshot to enlarge it because the system, my Google Drive, won't allow it to get too big, but this one should.
Okay, so if you're zooming in, zoom out. Sometimes if you zoom out, it'll make it bigger. It's like sometimes doing the opposite will do the opposite.
Okay, you see this?
No.
I can't see
it.
You see it now?
I can't see it. Maybe the audience can. I can't.
I can see it. The audience, you can actually, you can stretch the screen on the actual video player. So if you do that, you should be able to see it, but I can see it.
She's saying my baby daddy.
Go ahead.
She's saying my baby dad trying to keep me from son because I went on vacation. She was in Miami and had abandoned the children.
They're in the chat, they're saying they can't see it. So if you said you were going to screenshot it and then post it.
I can send it to you. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we can't see it.
Okay.
Let's just let it heal.
Who is X? Who's X that's writing in the private chat?
I don't know. That's me. I just took a screenshot.
Oh, okay. This got somebody's number on it. Hold on. Okay, so this have a date. Do you have a date for this? Do you know what date this was?
Yeah, January 6, 2020.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me save it to my phone.
He was obviously upset. Rick says show more. He didn't think to show more, but he did. He did make the screenshots while it was happening.
Okay, so hold on. Let me send this to myself so that we can't open it up.
I think Shanice is in the chat. Shanice, if you're listening, you might want to just jump on this stream.
Who is X? Who's X?
Where did you see that?
They're in the private chat. They're saying his 3-year-old twins want to tell his side of the story.
Oh, okay. I don't know who those people are. We don't have any twins.
I see Shanice in the YouTube chat, though.
Oh, I don't
Who
know.
3-year-old twins? Amora?
And I guess I see a full screenshot that she wrote where she said she was just making things up. It's a full.
Yeah, what did 3-year-old want to say?
But
yeah, okay, they're gonna try to call and text saying that.
They breezed right through the custody part, though. They got through there to say, let's get back to her being a killer.
You're showing people's phone numbers.
Yeah, that's why I can't do doxing the numbers and stuff.
Yeah. And you know these people crazy. They're gonna try to call and text and type of stuff.
I won't send it more until I know what she's done. I sent them to your text.
Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to afterwards. I'm gonna have to take this live down because I could get in trouble for my platform with certain names and certain things. Like I don't say name. I can't do all of that. So
she was saying our names. She was saying my name in that recording. That
don't matter. That's what she was doing on her little bit ass Facebook platform that nobody knows about. Nobody knows that person. They probably got 1,000 people that follow them.
you were doing. She repeated it and was trying to be as disrespectful.
No, I understand that Amora Lex said your name. That's the only person I talked to. I didn't talk to all the other people who you mentioned. So
her name is Alexis Denelli Wright.
No, I'm saying the other people that you had named.
But then you just doxed her full name. That ain't what we know her about.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't talk to those people. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. She mentions them in those videos that she made on May 5th, particularly the father of the twins.
We can't say them here. We can't say those here, though.
I'm just saying I was referring to those instances.
Okay, so this one. Okay, so it says, my baby dad trying to keep me from my son because I went on vacation. Someone shoot him before I do.
That was a whole lie. He was beside my son. She was still in Miami.
There was no, that shit was public on Facebook. He had the screenshot and everybody saw it. It was public.
He was just trying to get someone else to step up and finish killing him.
Okay.
Do you see the comments as well?
And then someone commented to her and said that they will do it, and then they gave her the phone number. And then she responded and she said, nope, I didn't even go see his A at the hospital when someone just tried to Do you have the rest of that? Did he open that up to see more?
Try to kill him. Yeah, and I was January 4th she's referring to, and that right there is January 6th.
Okay, and so this one right here, somebody said, okay, she said, but still F him, didn't say they had to kill him, just take out the kneecaps. And then this person says, call me. And then he won't be leaving alive, LOL. And then she says, hold on, till where I am, I can't talk. And then they said, okay, text me. And then somebody said that to stop before they start something they can't finish.
Chris Lawson is my son. His name is Alex Lawson, Cobb Lawson. That's who's talking. Alex is answering for himself. His screen name was Chris Lawson at the time.
So, oh, that's your son that passed away? Is on.
Yeah, he's Alex Christopher Lawson. That's his name. Cobb.
Okay. Okay, X. Have him reach out to me, or you could put it in the private chat. You could put the contact in the private chat. The audience can't see the private chat.
Well, it was the baby daddy.
I can see it in us backstage, but go ahead and put it in the private chat. All right, so let me take that down. Okay, so you sent me, hold on, let me see. There was 2 more things that you sent me. Let me post that. What was there was a video that you wanted to share as well?
I'm not, there's quite a few you need to refer to what you're talking about.
There was a couple videos that you wanted to share to corroborate what you were saying.
Oh yes, just a moment.
Hey, she need to be specific. You the one that kept saying you got videos you want to show. Show any of that shit. So she just been downloading everything this woman do on Facebook. She thinks she better than the FBI. Okay, I'm calling it here. Hour 45 minutes in, we'll finish the rest of this tomorrow. We got to see where it went wrong. But the first hour and 45 minutes, I don't see how Nick has ambushed her, how she's been rude, anything. I don't see it. She did redirecting a few times. Then she let the woman know, yo, hey. You got to stop saying these names and shit. This is my platform at stake. Ain't nobody gonna come fuck with you. They don't come fuck with me. Because if people were listening to you, you wouldn't be on my shit. You would be on your shit talking, where people could come see you. Got anything, Truth? Been night, nigga. Night, nigga. Yeah. To the next episode. See y'all tomorrow. We out.
Dope boys with them knives.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy fresh with dope boy not. 1,008 gram headed straight to the block. Pirates this water while till it's hot. Miss it double up, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, take an order. Left hand 360 motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, got switches on the dot. State game true, simple can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says long live to the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1,200 strong for a pound to the top. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some knots, gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day's a sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gonna stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take a roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on the chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rings, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, get you go. She gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already around.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.